with some absolute peak dubs in chat, fire emojis in chat, win emojis in chat, salutes in chat. We are here, guys, live in the flesh. One Piece chapter 1138. Long summary spoilers. We are here, guys. I'm so excited, chat. How are we doing today, guys? How we doing? I hope we're doing wonderful, guys. How we feeling? Comment down below, comment in chat how we're feeling today, guys. I'm so excited. I got some news from my source before the long summary came out. I can't say what the spoiler is. I can't say who the source is. Who knows? Maybe I'm lying. I could be capping. But apparently this chapter, we are getting a certain detail that's going to make this chapter one of the greatest chapters, period. Okay, I'm so excited, guys. How are we doing, guys? God bless you. Thank you all for being here. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, morning, night, wherever you guys are. We're starting this beautiful stream off with a $100 super chat. $100 from the one and only Wong Woki. $100 super chat. Can you believe that, guys? Young Smokey going bonkers immediately when we start with $100 super. What an absolute legend. What a general, or what a generous, amazing lieutenant of the community, lieutenant of the army, Wong Woki with the $100 super chat. Let's get some dubs for the boy, Young Smokey. Thank you so much, Smokey. Thank you times 1 million. You have been just absolutely above and beyond when it comes, like an above and beyond supporter. I could never put into words how grateful and thankful I am for you making this possible. It's just what can I say anymore, Smokey? You've been going above and beyond with gigantic super chats for over a year now. How long's it been, brother? Thank you so much. Smokey says, guys, when it comes to this chapter, this is truly peak One Piece. Holy F, 10 out of 10 easy. I don't need to see the panels. All right, you're hyping it up, man. You're hyping it up big time, because all I know, like, I've been reading the short, we read the short summary, obviously. I've been looking at the hints, and I was told something about this chapter, and if it's true, if it's accurate, then this has to be one of the most groundbreaking chapters, period. And we'll see if my source was lying, if he was capping, if he was stretching the truth. I'm so excited, chat. I'm so excited, man. Just the fact that we were talking about the short summary, we did the stream, obviously. Come to find out, Shamrock has a Cerberus devil fruit for his sword. Oh man, just that alone is already making the chapter crazy. I really can't wait for this, guys. How are we doing, though, guys? How are we doing? Guys, comment down below. Seriously, it's a genuine question. When I ask you guys, you too, Young Smokey, you need to answer the question. I'm so excited. How are we doing, guys? Comment down below. It's a legit question. Like, how are we feeling? Are you guys doing good? Are you guys doing great? We got the beautiful one and only Dawn of Ascension. We have Maya. We got Simon. We got Owl. We got the one and only L. We got Nomad. Welcome back, brother. We got Benny. Akmal. We got Chris. We got Gambit. Welcome back, brother. Almuni, the one and only. Vincent. Blake. Benny. Artie. Yo, we got everybody in here. Yo, we got the whole gang in here. We got okay. We got Sway Shocks. We got Ark. We got Poneglyph. We got Nathan. Pakes. Rashad. Yo, we have the whole gang's in chat right now. We got Zedeko. We got Ortiz. Welcome back, guys. The one and only JR Writer, Damon Deuce. Yo, we got the whole gang is showing up for this one. Yo, chat, the Lone Sigma. Yo, we got the whole chat in this stream. We have the whole militia. Annihilator, that's who you are. All right, Ark, welcome back, brother. I'm glad to see you, Annihilator, aka Ark. I'm glad to see you. Bro, we have everybody in here right now. Guys, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. We're gonna start this stream off with a beautiful, hilarious meme from Mr. Simon. Okay, Simon is gonna start off the stream with a great meme. Okay, we all need to read it. We all need to get into it. Also, L, I just realized you DM'd me. I'm gonna have to check the DMs after stream. I don't want to get too sidetracked. Simon, send me that meme again, bro. It disappeared. Send me the meme again. So we're gonna start off with a little meme, guys. You know, get some good chuckles in. I'm gonna start with some good memes, a good little chuckle. And then afterwards, what we're gonna do is a quick prayer. Then we're gonna obviously jump into the spoilers. I can't wait. Simon just came in. He said that the meme is sending, guys. Remember, Simon is the meme legend. This guy has been going crazy with the memes regarding myself and the channel. Hilarious memes. We got Pakes. Look at this man, Pakes with the $4.99. Thank you, brother. Salute to that man, Pakes, bro. Whole team going dumb in the chat. I'm gonna be cooking up some theories, and I'm working on a theory. Y'all will love it. All right, Annihilator, aka Ark. I can't wait. Let us know when you post that theory. We'll try to react to it on stream or something. But guys, I'm just waiting on this meme. And of course, Pakes, thank you so much, brother. W Pakes, Wakes in chat. Salute to the boy Wakes coming through with the support. The hell? Was my camera frozen, chat? Yes or no? Hold on, let me deactivate the camera. Okay, we should be back, right? Are we back? Are we still frozen? Are we good? All right, listen, Simon says I can't stop with that. Oh wait, I think it went through. Bro. No. Hold on, this meme is wild, bro. I just saw it. Wait, how do I get the... Bro, this... Okay, how can I show the meme without let me see. Let me see if I can save it. Bro, I just saw like the first 2 seconds of it. This is insane. Yo, you're gonna get me banned off YouTube, bro. Yo, guys, we're banned off YouTube after this one. YouTube is nuking us. Hold on. Let me save it to my camera roll. Okay. Here. I got it. All right, guys. You guys are gonna love this one. You're gonna love it. Let me see. I gotta find a way to play it like right at the beginning. Bro, I got too much of my camera roll. All right, can you guys see this? How evil was moving last stream. All right, I gotta play this with it focused. How evil was moving last stream. Elon. Bro. Hold on, in case you guys don't get the joke, in case you missed it. Hold on, I gotta play it while it's focused. This is tricky to do. Let me see. Oh no, we're getting canceled out of the YouTube community for this one. We're getting canceled out of the OP community for this one, chat. It's just, chat. I'm trying to hold it back. I'm trying. All right, next meme. Okay, I don't know what this one's gonna be. Every evil stream be like, all right, this is tricky, guys. I'm trying to like, I'm trying to share it while it's like focusing. This is like hard. I don't want to show, I had to download it because I don't want to show his name. Bro. King J always cooking and stream. Simon and L making memes. Yeah, Simon. Oh, Smokey, Simon, L, and J. Yo. Yo, that's the Yonko of the community. Oh, yo, we have OP Fanatic. Oh, yo, everyone's here. Amuni's there. Macau Jordan. Ellen Simon in a battle for best meme. This is lit. Everyone's in the meme. Everyone's in the meme. Lone Sigma trolling. Yo, there's like 15 different people. Bro, that was amazing. Yo, that was actually amazing, bro. Both of those are hilarious. That was absolutely amazing. This man had like 15 different people in the meme. That was absolutely stellar. L, I'm sorry. You've been dethroned, L. L, you've been dethroned. Simon is officially the king of memes in this community, bro. It's over. L, you need to fight for the throne back. This man, Simon, is the king of the memes, yo. He said, I bit the bullet and got Nitro. Yo, thank you for getting Nitro. Shout out to Discord getting that bread. But now, what you could do, Simon, post all of those memes into my Discord server. Post all the memes so that the people in the stream chat, they couldn't see it that well on my camera, so they could go on my Discord and they could look at the memes there. Simon, stellar memes. Actually hilarious. And I'm not just saying that because like you made a meme about me, like genuinely, like that was hilarious. And guys, don't clip that thing I did with my arm, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that. Benny with the 249. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, brother. God bless you. And I see Karu in the chat. I see where'd he go? Where's Pesez? Where's my boy Pesez? I thought I saw him in chat. Where'd he go? Shout out to both of you guys. And thank you so much, Benny. Thank you, brother. Long time, guys. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. Who's ready, man? Who's ready to read this? We're about to read something just absolutely bonkers. We're gonna read something absolutely insane in this chapter. I can't wait because my source, I can't say who it is. I can't say what he told me. I can't ruin my source or anything like that. He told me a certain something, but it wasn't entirely like specific, if that makes sense. He kind of gave me like a general thing. Oh, I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait. Someone in the chat said they're from Israel and they love the stream. Who was that? Where'd it go? Yeah, LOL, I didn't. Wait. Hey, at Evil, I'm a fan from Israel. Love your content. Erica. Oh, boom, bum. Guys, don't be like me. I'm a terrible role model, guys. It's not funny. It's not funny. Chat, clip that one thing Elon did and what the Austrian painter did. Too late, Evil. You called my wife Emu a man, so I clipped that. Wait. Don't spoil the spoilers. Don't spoil the spoilers. Don't spoil the spoilers, guys. We got to do our prayer, and then we're gonna hop into the long summary reaction, guys. I can't wait. I just can't wait to read these spoilers. And guys, as far as I understand, there is going to be Raws tonight, which means that the chapter should be out early tomorrow. If there is a Raw chapter, Raw spoilers. Like if the Raws drop tonight, then generally that means the actual chapter drops tomorrow, guys. I can't wait, man. I can't wait. But with that being said, guys, let's do ourselves a little prayer. And then we're gonna hop into the long summary stream. All right, guys. You guys ready? In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. My Lord and Savior, my rock, my stronghold, my refuge, my shield, my deliverer, my Father in heaven, Jesus Christ, thank you for another day of life. Christ, thank you for giving me food, water, shelter, entertainment, guidance, resilience, wisdom, courage, bravery. Lord, thank you for giving me so much inner peace and love. Thank you for giving me joy and hope. Lord, thank you for everything that you've supplied me with today and all the days leading till today. Lord, thank you so much for everything that you do, an endless list of love and gifts that you have bestowed upon me, Lord. Allow me to continue receiving your love, Lord. Keep fulfilling me and filling me with the Holy Spirit so I can fulfill your will, Lord. Allow me to be filled with the Holy Spirit and be a lion protecting you and your truth, Lord. Fill me with the Holy Spirit so I can be a lion defending the faith and defending you as God, Lord. Thank you so much. Allow me to glorify you in your name, Lord. Allow me to bring honor to the triune God, the only true God, to the last breath I have on this earth, Lord. Give me the power, the strength, to give me as much attention as I can possibly get so I can honor you, Lord, and spread your name and spread the gospel to all creatures, man, woman, adult, or child, Lord. Let me fulfill your will and spread the good news to all creatures, Lord. I ask you today to please bless this stream, Lord, to bless this stream so that all the future viewers and viewers now can have a great time. We can have a lot of laughs, Lord, come up with a lot of ideas, come together in enjoyment and peace and love and harmony, and be a true community, a true family, and be completely a perfect unity with each other, enjoying this entertainment that you've supplied us with, Lord. You've created the life of us. You created the life of Ichiro Oda. You created One Piece. You made this possible. You've given us the opportunity to be born at the same or in the same generation that One Piece is going weekly, Lord, and I thank you for that. And finally, Lord, I ask that you please continue protecting everyone in the stream chat as well as future viewers of the stream, Lord. I ask that you show up for them, show up to them, reveal yourself to them in such a way that they could not possibly deny your existence and how real and true you are, Lord. Please fill them with courage and bravery. Help them through all their struggles in life, all of their obstacles. Please eliminate all of the stumbling blocks that keep them away from you, Lord. Destroy and minimize the chasm of distance between their heart and you, Lord. Please build your relationship with them. Help them through their struggles and their pain and their suffering, whether it's through their career, education, family, health, hobbies. Lord, I ask that you please fill them with hope, fill them with love, fill them with patience and willpower and resilience to make it through everything that holds us back in life, Lord. Please give them your strength and your courage and your love, because I trust in you and I'll never stop trusting in you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. We are not praying to Emu, bro. Never that, bro. Simon with the 7. Thank you, brother. I'm sorry to do this, but could you please pull up the memes on the screen posted on Discord? Can be after spoilers. Yes, I got you, Simon. We're definitely going to do that because obviously a lot of the people are not going to be in the stream immediately as it starts. So I'm going to bring it up again. That way, like, all the viewers that come in like later on, they'll be able to see it. We'll definitely do that. Remind me. You got to remind me, Simon. Remind me to do that because you know my memory is terrible. Chat, you guys know I got that dementia. I don't even remember my own theories. I don't even remember the evidences, the proofs to my own theories. Chat, I got dementia. I got Alzheimer's. Only one. L with the 2. Thank you, brother. You better not leave Smokey and Amuni hanging again. What do you mean leave them hanging again? What did I do? Leave them hanging again. Thank you, L. God bless you, brother. Thank you. When did I leave them hanging? What's good, Abdu? Yo, bro, I'm done reading the chapter full summary and you're gonna love it. I can't wait, Abdu. L, brother, again, thank you so much. When did I leave them hanging? When was that? You never did never did Discord the last stream? Yeah, but like I was pointing out last stream yesterday that like I was unsure if we were gonna do it yesterday because I want to like fix the format. I don't know if it's good for us to do the open mic every single stream. Maybe we'll have to do it select streams, and then on top of that, like I think I want to do like one-on-ones, because if we have like 5 or 6 people in the Discord, you know, it's kind of, it gets a little chaotic. So I want to keep adjusting the open mics. Like I want us to continue doing that. Like Smokey hops in the stream for 5 or 10 minutes, then we get a Mooney in, you know, talking to people on stream to the stream chat. Like I think people really enjoyed that. I saw a lot of people saying, yo, keep doing that, keep doing that. I know Smokey, you told me that. I think Simon, you might have pointed that out. A whole bunch of people have been saying that they enjoyed the whole open mic thing, but I do want to like sharpen and critique and perfect how we do it, you know? So I think one of these streams, I guess we could try it today. We'll get people like one-on-one with me. Guys, if you want to talk to me on stream, what you guys do is you join my Discord server, and there's a voice channel over here. The voice channel is called Backstage. You join the Backstage channel, and then I'm going to drag you into the live stream channel. Okay. What I want to do is I want to talk to people on stream, like in front of you guys watching, like one-on-one, because for the past few open mic Q&As, it's like 5 or 6 people. And I think it gets a little too chaotic. So I think it's much more like straightforward. Like everyone will be able to say their piece if it's like one-on-ones. But my bad. L, you said it was Smokey and who did I, Amuni? Smokey and Amuni, my bad. You guys will get the, you guys have the first come first serve spot, okay? Smokey and Amuni, if you guys are trying to like hop in and talk one-on-one with me in the stream today, once we get through the long summary, get into the Backstage channel, and then I'll make sure that you guys are the first you guys are the first two that I'll drag in and talk on stream with me. But we'll have to section it out, you know? So if there's like a bunch of people, waiting backstage, we might have to do like 10 minutes per person so that everyone gets an equal amount of time. But guys, with that being said, I think it's time. Guys. Make sure you guys like the stream. Make sure you guys subscribe if you're new. Hit the notification bell if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell, select all, and you guys will never miss the streams, guys. Let's get some 07s, guys. Let's get some 07s. Let's get some W's. Let's get some fire emojis. Let me see some spams of 07s in the chat if you are ready for the long summary action. Let's get it. Let's get it. And Simon, of course, we're going to be pulling up your memes here in a bit, okay? We're going to pull them back up on the Discord so people can see it better. What's good, Donover, you told me how to pronounce your name like 2 streams ago, and I forgot already. See, I got Alzheimer's. More details of the chapter by myself. Chapter of 17 pages. Chapter 1138, Harley. In Japanese, the kanji means sacred text. Now, guys, since the chapter is called Harley, I might as well pull this up because I made this tweet earlier, okay, guys? This is relevant. Okay, I'm going to pull up a tweet, but it's relevant. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, let's check it out, guys. I made a tweet earlier today, okay? So let's look right here. I've made endless tweets about our online... I've made endless tweets and mentions on live stream about the Christian inspiration in One Piece. Recently, we've heard how Elbaf has ancient religious texts called Harley. The source of this in real life is the Harley manuscripts. The Harley manuscripts are a collective of old books and writings in the British Library, including many Christian texts, medieval history, and stories offering a glimpse into Europe's past and how people wrote about faith and life. The image below is the Harley 1810, a Greek manuscript of the New Testament from the Holy Bible. It's clear that One Piece takes inspiration from countless things in real life, but Christianity is easily one of the forerunners. Shout out to my chat for pointing this out. And guys, I'm pretty sure it was yesterday. One of you guys in the chat pointed this out. I don't remember who it was, so I had to put in the tweet, shout out to my chat for pointing this out. You guys know I've shouted out specific people on so many tweets before. I don't remember who it was that pointed this out. Does anyone remember? It was yesterday on the short summary reaction. They said, hey, I'm pretty sure Harley is inspired from the Harley manuscripts. And I read it out loud yesterday. I read out the chat message. I gave my response, but then today I went and I did a little bit more research, and I definitely subscribed to that idea. So shout out whoever that was. I don't remember who that was. I'm so sorry. I don't even know if they're watching the stream right now. It was someone. I don't remember who it was. They made the connection, and I thought that was a really, really cool connection. So yeah, guys, again, more Christian inspiration in One Piece. It's just, it's never ending. Adam tree, Eve tree, Noah's Ark, Kuma with a Bible, praying to a cross as a pastor in a church, Son of God, endless connections, right? So now that we have Harley, which we first saw in 1136, again, more Christian inspiration. Now, the important thing here, guys, is we got to think that, wait, what just happened to my chat? Wait, are we good? Yo, are we good? Are we good, guys? Are we good? Are we good? Yes, we're good? I thought it was you, Jordan. Yeah, I thought it was Jordan too, but I feel like he would have said something. He would have said that it was him. We're good? Okay. What was I saying? So the important thing, right? If we first hear how in 1136, 2 chapters ago, apparently there's this ancient religious text in Elbaf and they call it Harley. And then we see how there's Harley manuscripts in real life, ancient religious text of New Testament of the Bible. This shows you deep Christianity, deep Christian roots in the One Piece storyline. It's very, very clear. These guys worship the sun god, the son of God. We know that Kuma's are waiting for him to return, just like Jesus in the book of Revelation in the Bible. We're waiting for Jesus to come back. We know that Kuma was praying to the sun god Nika, the son of God, as a pastor in a church with a Bible. It's very extremely clear that Christianity and Jesus is deeply intertwined with One Piece. So when we talk about the Harley manuscripts, maybe there's going to be an actual Bible in One Piece. I mean, Kuma's literally carrying a Bible at Marijwa, his first appearance, as well as Thriller Bark. He was carrying a Bible. Confirmation bias. Oh, come on, bro. Was good, Eli. But yeah, just the fact that Kuma literally had the Bible in his first appearance at Marijwa, and then he carried the Bible to Thriller Bark. We got some deep connections here. I just find it really interesting because Elbaf is the same island that's like, it's one of the islands that's like the most deeply connected to Nika, the sun god. But then this is the same island that apparently they have this Harley text. So to me, it's pretty wild. It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy. Eli, how you doing, brother? How's college, bro? How's your girl, brother? I know, Eli. I know, bro. You're just busting my balls, bro. Eric, what's good, brother? Jacob, what's good, bro? Why is it called Harley? I don't know. If you guys go Google, just go on Google, type in Harley manuscripts. You'll see the Wikipedia page right there. It probably explains why they call it that. Maybe the person who found it was called was named Harley or something like that. So basically, Luffy is Jesus of One Piece. Yeah, like how I view it is, so again, in the Bible, we know that Jesus was born of Mother Mary, Virgin Mary, and he had this earthly ministry. Then he was killed by Jews on a cross. He ascended into heaven in front of the apostles. But then we read the Bible, the last book of the Bible, the book of Revelation. It says that Jesus is going to come back to fight the Antichrist and take him down. So the way that I see it is that Jesus's first like true visitation on earth through Mary, you know, having his earthly ministry against the Pharisees and Sadducees, that's Joy Boy. But now when we think about Luffy taking inspiration from Jesus, I think that's Jesus, end times book of Revelation. You get what I'm saying? All right, here we go, guys. Cover story, which none of us care about. Ogre Child Yamato's Golden Harvest Surrogate Pilgrimage, Volume 24. Yamato and the group find who's who in the secret base. He is wearing Wano Kuni outfit, but with his mask, and is drinking with his subordinates and some geishas. Guys, what is a geisha? What is that? What is that? What's a geisha? Visitation is not a word, bro. Visitation is not a word? You're trolling me. How is that not a word? Visitation isn't a word? You're trolling me. That's not a word. Bro, you're trolling me. This man L, bro. Japanese entertainment women. Wait, are you guys saying that they're a red line district? Are you telling me there's some Jezebels? Are you telling me there's some thotties? Are you telling me they are some harlots? Are you telling me they are some what's another word? Unclean spirits. Is that what you're trying to say? You find them on the at the red line district? High class escorts? Bro, I told you this before. I can't stand the idea of escort. Bro, just say prostitute. Like, guys, let's just be real, bro. Let's just be real. You're not an escort. You're a prostitute. Okay? We don't need to try to like reclassify it. Okay, you're sleeping with people for money. You're a prostitute. And you're just a whore. But I mean, hey, maybe there are some red lasers poking out. Red lasers are pointing out of my eyes right now for saying that. I'm on demon time, as the kids will like to say. It's another word for a woman in Japanese. L vocabulary on my part. Yeah, L, you put the L in L. Bro, they just value money over husbands. Bro, they value money over self-dignity. And so, you know what? Yo, you're not baiting me into this. No. You're not baiting me into a prostitute debate, okay? We're not going there. I'm tired of going off tangent. I'm tired of going on these rants. I'm not falling for it. No, I'm not taking the bait. You guys are so good at throwing out bait to make me go on like a 2-hour long rant. I'm not doing it, bro. He said LMFAO. That was definitely bait. All right, guys. First point of the chapter. Chapter starts where the last one ended. Loki is unconscious and asks Shamrock if he's somehow related to pirate red hair Shanks. Okay. The question is, will Luffy have a similar reaction? Will Luffy have a similar reaction? How do you guys feel about like Luffy running into Shamrock? Do you guys feel that Luffy's gonna think it's Shanks? Do you think he's not gonna think it's Shanks? Do you think it's he's gonna ask him like, hey, are you Shanks' brother? How do you guys perceive, like, assuming it happens, right? Because it might not happen. Let's say it does happen, like Shamrock and Luffy, they run into each other. What do you guys see in that interaction? Read further. Well, that's not fair. That's not fair. If these spoilers tell us what happens, then don't answer. Thank you for telling me though that the answer is further on, because guys, to those of you that are new to the channel, if you guys are new to the stream, how this stream works is we take our time. The spoilers in the chapter, it's a meal. We take our time, we look at it point by point, we digest it, we enjoy each point. We don't speed run the spoilers, okay? Let's just read the next point then. Loki says, great pirates and celestial dragons are totally opposite beings. How come you two have the same face? Shamrock reveals that Shanks is his younger twin brother who grew up apart. Shamrock says Shanks returned to Merijois once, but he preferred to live in this filthy lower world. No Shanks' flashback in this part. There's no Shanks' flashback in this part, just dialogue. Guys, to think we had to deal with the Shanks is a rat agenda for years. We had to deal with that for years. And this is the time, me, Young Smokey, others in chat, this is the point where we talk our stuff. This is where we talk smack. How many times did we have to debate with people that Shanks isn't what it seems? He's not a rat. He's not snitching. He's not an antagonist. He's not throwing Luffy out. It's dead, bro. Don't tell me the agenda's not dead. Don't tell me. Because if you read here, it says he only returned back once, but he prefers to live in the filthy world. That was probably forever ago. He returned. He was like, nah, bro, screw this. I'm going to go live my life out into the lower realm. Then he became a pirate. He became a Yonko. Guys, do we actually think that the reference of returning once, do we think that's 907? I'm going to say no. You guys know the drill. 1 for yes, 2 for no. Do you believe this reference of Shanks visiting Merijois only once? Is that talking about 907? where this Shanks Shamrock guy speak with the Gorosei, I'm voting no. In fact, I'll type it in chat. I guarantee you it's not the same. What it probably is really early on in Shanks's life, he went to Marie-Joie, and it was kind of like a reverse Don Quixote homing situation. You guys know Doflamingo's father, Don Quixote homing. He didn't want to live up there. He's like, I'm gonna live in the lower realm. I think Shanks and homing are gonna be very, very similar in that regard. In fact, we've talked about this in videos several years ago. You guys have seen, if you guys are longtime supporters, longtime viewers of mine, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. We were comparing Doflamingo to Sabo. We were comparing Shanks to Law, and even Shanks to homing. We've done these comparisons in videos for years now. So that's what I foresee. Now, again, that's only my prediction. That's only my opinion. It's just an opinion. I could be flat out wrong. I could be flat out creditless. I could be wrong. But, you know, if you guys are curious about what I think, my perspective, that's what I foresee happening. Probably earlier on in Shanks' life, he visited Marie-Joie. He's like, nah, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm going to go live in the lower world. He started, you know, doing his thing as a pirate. He became a Yonko, and his story went on from there. I truly think that the character in 907, the Shanks Shamrock, a guy speaking with the Gorosei, warning them about a pirate. Guys, I'm gonna start saying 907, by the way. I'm getting tired of saying, like, oh, the guy who spoke with the Gorosei warning, but bro, I'm just gonna say 907. I think the 907 character is Shamrock. Now, don't get me wrong. If it's Shanks, huge curveball by Oda, completely outplayed One Piece readers. Because if the 907 character is Shanks, Oda knows that all of us are assuming it's Shamrock. Oda knows that. Oda knows how we think. Oda's been getting SBS questions, which comes in the form of theories and predictions and questions about like deeper underlying plot devices and plot lines. Oda knows how One Piece fans think. So I'd imagine that he would expect us to think that Shamrock is the one in 907, given that apparently Shanks has a brother named Shamrock and he's a leader of the Holy Knights. Oda knows that we're going to assume it's Shanks. You guys get what I'm saying? Does that make sense, chat? Does that make sense? So the curve, the Occam's razor is 907 is Shamrock. That's the Occam's razor. But the curveball that's technically still available, I would say it's unlikely, but it's still possible, is that the 907 curveball is that it's Shanks. Why would it be Shanks if Shamrock's literal arrival to Elbaf was the exact same as 907? Wait, what do you mean what do you mean by the arrival is the exact same? What do you mean by that? What's good, Hirai Desh? Exact same panel? Are you talking about like the side angle? Yeah, so again, I'm saying that the Occam's razor answer for 907 is that it's Shamrock. That's the Occam's razor. But I think it's still possible. Unlikely, it's unlikely, but it's possible that it's Shanks, because we don't know for sure if it's Shamrock. Yes, it's most likely Shamrock, but you have to be cautious. It's not confirmed. Do you see what I'm saying? Still a rat? Bro, I doubt it. Guys, yes or no? Is Shanks a rat? That's the easiest no of my life. I think people don't understand the amount of problems that introduces into the story. They don't think about all the times where Shanks like sat on the shore of an island with none of his crewmates around, looking at the poster of Luffy smiling. It just seems like Shanks would have to go to extreme lengths to pretend to like Luffy, to the point where when no one's around him, he's smiling and he's crying and he's so happy for Luffy's success. He's going pretty far to fake it. When no one's around him, he still looks like he's loyal to Luffy. Like, I feel like there's a lot of hurdles to jump for Shanks' rat agenda. There's a lot of hurdles. Shamrock's, okay, we read that. Loki remarks how amusing is that he now has a grudge with both brothers. Okay, so this is interesting because, guys, we've been wondering, we've been speaking on this. Do we think that perhaps, possibly, Loki has been mixing up Shanks and Shamrock? Well, it seems like that's not the case. It seems that Loki can tell the difference between Shanks and Shamrock. Loki remarks how amusing it is that he has a grudge with both brothers. Okay, so Loki doesn't get confused with Shanks and Shamrock. That's good to know. Loki won Kenobi. I love that evil is now Christian. It takes courage to be Christian nowadays. Thank you, brother. God bless you, brother. He then swears revenge for all his animal friends, okay? Shamrock says, "Are you threatening me?" Gunko says, "Boss, don't waste your time with the likes of him." Shamrock says, "I know, there's no need for me to attack him directly. Cerberus." Shamrock pulls out his sword and a three-headed huge dog named Cerberus grows out from it. We don't know yet if it's an Akuma no Mi power or not, meaning devil fruit. We don't know if it's a devil fruit power or not. This Cerberus is similar to Moria Zombie, exactly. In Thriller Bark, we pointed this out yesterday. In Thriller Bark, there is Cerberus. It had Cerberus there. This Cerberus is similar to Moria Zombie, but looks much more threatening. It has black clouds floating around its neck. Whoa! Oh, I was not expecting that. It looks much more threatening. It has black clouds floating around its neck. And 3 swords come out from each of the 3 mouths.
Let him cook.
Oda.
Let him cook now.
Is that a mythical Zoan? Is that a mythical Zoan? Chat, is that a mythical Zoan? Mythical Zoan. Mythical Zoan.
Let him cook now.
Awakened. Now, for those of you that were not here yesterday, we did speak on Spandam from CP9, guys. We spoke on Spandam from CP9, the leader of CP9. You guys remember Spandam? He had a sword, and the sword was called Funkfried. And his sword, Funkfried, ate a devil fruit of an elephant. You guys remember this? Spandam's sword, it was called Funkfried, kind of like how Shanks' sword is named Griffin. His sword ate an elephant devil fruit. Now it's interesting because if we look at Funkfried, right? Spandam's sword, it has blades coming out of it in, like, you know, certain modes or whatever. So I suspect when we read in these spoilers right here, when it says it has black clouds floating around its neck and 3 swords come out from 3 of the mouths, I suspect it's going to be something like this, chat. I suspect it's going to be something like this. It's going to be something like that. Now, we also took this even further, guys, because we were speaking on this yesterday. There's a lot of parallels that Oda's building up between Shamrock and Spandam. Okay, believe it or not, I know it sounds wild, it sounds crazy, but Spandam was a leader of CP9, a secret agency group for the Celestial Dragons. Shamrock is a leader of the Holy Knights, a secret agent group for the Celestial Dragons. Shamrock has a sword that has a devil fruit, presumably, or I'm sorry, that Spandam has a sword that has a devil fruit in it, and presumably Shamrock has a sword with a devil fruit inside of it. Here's a wild thing. I think it was Simon that pointed this out. I'm sorry if it wasn't and if it was someone else. Spandam's father, Spandine, was there at the genocide of Ohara. Shamrock's father, Garling, was present at the genocide of God Valley.
Let him cook
How
now.
interesting is that, guys? We're noticing very, very peculiar parallels between Shamrock and Spandam. Again, if you didn't hear, if you just tuned in, Spandam leads CP9, whereas Shamrock leads the Holy Knights. Spandam has a devil fruit intertwined with his sword, where presumably Shamrock has a devil fruit intertwined with his sword. Spandam's father, Spandine, was there at the genocide of Ohara. Shamrock's father, Garling, was present at the genocide of God Valley. So I'm curious to see if Oda's creating these parallels, these very, very peculiar parallels, to build something up for us. It's something to think about, guys. It's
Let
something to
him
think
cook.
about.
Let him cook now.
Interesting how we get no confirmation that it's a devil fruit like we do for Gunko's ability. Yeah, so the whole info box thing it's I don't know, it's kind of weird because apparently wasn't it the case that we never saw kids devil fruit in an info box or something like that? I forgot what it was. Someone in chat remind me. There was like this thing with kid where like apparently like I don't remember what it was. Oda, I think King as well. It was King and Kid. Oda forgot to put something regarding them and their devil fruits in their info box. He forgot to do that, and he addressed it in an SBS question. Then he showed it off in like the SBS volumes. I forgot what it was. So it seems like Oda is capable of forgetting to put certain things in info boxes, but we have to be careful with that because it might also be the case where Oda doesn't show something in an info box for a reason. So we can't assume that Oda's hiding something from us by not putting in an info box, and then by the same token, we can't assume he forgot. We kind of have to play in the middle. We have to think like, okay, there's a chance he forgot because he's forgotten to put things in info boxes several times in the past, but then by the same token, he might avoid putting things in info boxes on purpose to build up hype. Does that make sense, Chad? Does that make sense? What's good, Cataline? We got L with the 10. Thank you, brother. God bless. L, thank you, brother, for the 10. Beautiful support. Thank you, brother. L says, Spandam wanted the anti-Pluton plans. You think Shamrock will want info on the ancient weapons? Maybe Figurelands have their own agenda. That's interesting to think about. Because it does seem that Pluton is sitting underneath Wano. Whereas Spandine, they were chasing after, no, it was Spandam. Whereas Spandam was chasing after the blueprints, an anti-Pluton, a Pluton counter. It's not like they were going after the original Pluton that's under Wano. They were only going after blueprints. So you raise a good point. Maybe Shamrock will want info on ancient weapons too. But maybe it's not necessarily Shamrock wanting info on ancient weapons. Maybe it's just a play on him trying to get all of the ancient warrior giants to work under him and the world government. So we got Spandam going after ancient weapon tech, whereas Shamrock is going after ancient giant power, you know? So it's not like a perfect parallel. It's not that both of them are ancient weapons, but they both are powerful, formidable tools that the government would want to take a hold of. Does that make sense, L? Does that make sense?
Let him cook. Let him cook now.
Real Blackbeard propagandist, brother. Take care, man. Take it easy, bro. See you later, bro. But that is a good point. L, maybe Shamrock, maybe the Holy Knights have a secondary objective. That's always possible. We don't know for sure, L, if Shamrock and the Holy Knights only want the ancient warrior giants. They could also want some info on ancient weapons. Maybe they're going after ancient weapons. They just haven't revealed that yet. Now the thing is, we want to be careful. We don't want to build that theory too much because there's not evidence for that. It would be speaking from silence. And speaking from science, silence is a logical fallacy in itself. So we can only kind of speculate, if that makes sense. Elbaf hiding an ancient weapon. Yeah, we've done videos on that in the past. Elbaf having something to do with Pluton, given how during Ed War, Shiki was telling Roger that Roger knows where one of the ancient weapons is, highly implying that Roger had Uranus. Because we know that at Roger's time during Ed War, Shirahoshi wasn't born yet, so Poseidon wasn't around. And then also Pluton has always been beneath Wano. So it's possible that, it's most likely, I should say, that Roger knew about Uranus and that it would be from Elbaf. Moreover, when that conversation took place, we saw the huge egg on Roger's ship. So if we think Uranus is based off of some kind of sky god, some kind of sky deity, it would make a lot of sense that that sky deity, the sky god, bird, eagle, hawk, whatever, vulture, whatever. Maybe it has something to do with that egg on Roger's ship, and maybe they delivered it to Elbaf. Maybe they put this giant egg from Roger's ship at the top of the Yggdrasil tree, and we've made videos about this years ago. So if you guys want to hear more about all the details and the Norse mythology, and if you guys want to hear all the details and evidence for that idea, just go on YouTube, type my name in, and then go type in Uranus. Type in like Shanks Uranus 333VIL. Go watch the video there. Then we got JR Writer with the 2. Thank you, brother JR Writer. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. Thank you for the support. Maybe it's Garling's first move as a science god. That's interesting. First move as a science god, going after Elbaf. Maybe they got some tech hidden somewhere. Maybe Elbaf, them worshiping the sun god for so long, being so intertwined with Nika and possibly the ancient kingdom. Maybe they're hiding some science. Maybe they're hiding some ancient tech. Maybe because of them having Harley texts, they therefore have a one-up on the government in terms of technology and science. I really like that. I don't know if you meant that, JR, but that's what I'm thinking when you talk about science god, because look at Saturn. Saturn went out into the One Piece world, the lower realm, the Blue Sea, on the Egghead Island arc to the Egghead Island, which is known for its science and technology. So if Garling was like the former Supreme Commander of the Holy Knights, and he is now the a Gorse member, taking over science, maybe he sent his son Shamrock to Elbaf for a reason. I really like that, JR Raider. I'm gonna have to think about that for a bit. I'm gonna have to let that kind of marinate in my mind. Guys, before we move on, I want some answers, guys. So when it says that Cerberus, okay, when it says that Cerberus has black clouds around its neck, yes or no? Is that awakened? I want to see some answers. You guys know the drill. 1 for yes, 2 for no. When they talk about Cerberus in 1138 having black clouds, do we think it's awakened? I think it's a devil fruit. You guys heard me go on a whole rant about this. Let me pull it back up. I 100% think it's a devil fruit. I 100% think it's the same case as Spandam with his sword, Funkfried. And his sword, Funkfried, was fed the elephant devil fruit. I think this right here is the precursor to Shamrock. Spandam fed his sword elephant devil fruit, and then Shamrock did it. Now I'm not necessarily saying that Shamrock did it yesterday, because we don't even know when Spandam did this. All I'm saying is in the overall grand scope of the One Piece history timeline, I would assume that Spandam did it first. They realized it worked, then they did it with Shamrock Cerberus fruit. That's what I think, chat. That's what I think. It looks like a lot of you guys are saying yes. Young Smokey, let me pull up that chat message. Young Smokey says yes, because Lucci and Luffy have the clouds in their awakened form. Guys, which characters had black clouds? Was it Lucci? Because Smokey, I'm pretty sure Luffy has white clouds, and then Lucci has black clouds, right? Can anyone confirm? In Yamato as well. Doesn't Yamato have clouds? Guys, remind me, who are the ones with black clouds? Saturn? Yeah, Kaku. That's right, Roro. Welcome in. Yeah, I was going to say Kaku as well. So it's Lucci, the Gorse, and Kaku. Okay, Yamato's white. But Saturn's cloud is black though, right? Okay, so it's the Gorse, Kaku, and Lucci with black. And then it's Luffy with white, Yamato with white. Is that about it? For black, it's Gorse, all of them. Then Lucci and Kaku. Then for white, it's Luffy and Yamato. That's all of them, right? Lucci, black clouds. Gorse, black clouds. Luffy and Yamato, white. Okay, interesting. That's a whole separate discussion, guys. That's a whole separate discussion. That's a whole separate discussion as to why some clouds are white, some clouds are black. I've seen people argue that maybe black is because the person has a really evil nature. White has a very good nature, excuse me, that's a whole separate discussion. I don't really want to get into that right now. Let's continue the spoilers. Let's see. Gunko creates a huge bird with her hair English. Gunko creates a huge bird with her arrows. Before leaving, Shamrock orders 3 Cerberus heads to fly away from its body. What? Before leaving, Shamrock orders 3 Cerberus heads to fly away from its body. And then he makes Cerberus's body turn back into sword. Huh. He and Gunko then jump on the arrow bird and fly away. Huh. Interesting. This kind of reminds me of like certain video games where like a character will have like a certain attack and then like its little skulls flying around. You guys know what I'm talking about? Kind of like a Halloween theme. Like you see a little skull flying around. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm envisioning. Instead of a skull, it's like a Cerberus head. Huh. In terms of 3 Cerberus heads though, guys, I think it'd be pretty interesting if what's good, Conan, welcome back. I think it'd be pretty fun and pretty interesting if Luffy attacked one of the Cerberus heads, Sanji kicked one of the Cerberus heads, and Zoro slashes one of the Cerberus heads. I want to see it. Let's see the monster trio attack each one of the Cerberus heads. Yokai? Is there a Cerberus yokai? What's good, Johan? How you doing? Is there a Cerberus yokai? Can anyone confirm? Can anyone confirm? Holy blank. Cerberus not even bound to the swords. Probably because it's awakened. Zoro is 1000% getting the Cerberus sword. Completely the king of hell. Oh, I didn't even think about... Wait. Wow.
Let him cook. Let him cook now.
Oh, that didn't even cross my mind. Zoro is 1000% getting the Cerberus sword completely, the king of hell.
Let him cook. Let him cook now.
Oh, that's some heat right there. Vincent, hey, don't burn the kitchen down while you're in there, bro. I like that. I didn't even think about that. Cerberus? Isn't Cerberus like one of the biggest hellhounds? Like the biggest hellhound of hell? It's a hellhound. That's fire. I like that. But see, my thing though is, bro, is you got to think of Zoro's swords right now. Wait, by the way, now that I think about it, we still don't know Zoro's swords. Oda and other characters have not clarified what swords Zoro has in his arsenal. All we know for sure is Wado Ichimonji and Enma. We don't know if he got rid of the Sandai Kitetsu, right? I don't think Oda actually like cuz Enma Kitetsu. Yeah. So Roro, you got to remember there's 3 different Kitetsus. There's three different Kitetsus. He gave Shisui back and he has Sandai. Okay, so he still has Sandai Kitetsu? Okay, Jordan says he still has Sandai Kitetsu. Appreciate it, Joint Jutsu. Najjuro. Oh, Najjuro said it? Thank you for pointing that out. Thank you, Faceway. Appreciate that. I must have overlooked that. He has 3rd Kazuki, 2nd Elder. Wait, what do you mean 3rd Kazuki, 2nd Elder first? What do you mean? What did Garling sell him or what did Garling sell him or something? He is there with the God Knights. You think Garling policed solo? Do you mean like Garling is running the Holy Knights alone? Zoro's gonna get the Shodai Kitetsu from Venus. Yeah, 100%. I like the idea. So my concept, I've always had the concept. I always believed in the idea, and I made a video about this years ago. You guys, again, you go look it up. I love the idea of end game Zoro having 4 swords in his arsenal. Yes, he's still a 3 swordsman man. I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying he's going to have 4 in his arsenal. What they would be is all 3 Katetsus plus Wado Ichimonji. So when Zoro is in 1 sword style, he's using Wado Ichimonji. When he's in 2 sword style, he's using the highest Katetsu, Shodai Katetsu, plus Wado Ichimonji. And when he's in 3 sword style, he uses all 3 Katetsus. I think that is just, that's such a perfect pattern. But my thing is like, I don't know if Oda stomped that out, you know? Again, because Zoro's always going to be a 3 sword style character. When he's in 1 sword style Zoro, he's using Wado Ichimonji. When he's in 2 sword style, he's using Wado Ichimonji plus Shodai Katetsu. Then when he's in 3 sword style, he uses all 3 Katetsus. I think like that is just, it's so thematic. You would have the strongest Katetsu, the Shodai Katetsu, plus Wado Ichimonji, which he got from Kuina. Enma, yeah, so he would have to like abandon Enma. Because think about the value. I don't want to get too off topic. I want to get back to the spoilers, but I'll just say quickly, Zoro will never get rid of Wado Ichimonji. Like, that's out of the question. Zoro will never get rid of Wado Ichimonji. He'll never get rid of it, right? I think you and I, we both agree on that. But the thing is there's 3 Katetsu blades, right? There's 3 Katetsu blades. And then Zoro is a 3 sword style user. So that's why I think when he goes in 3 sword style, he uses all 3. But then when he's in 1 sword style, he uses the Wado Ichimonji from Kuina. And then when he's in 2 sword style, it's the strongest Katetsu, Shodai Katetsu, plus Wado Ichimonji. I think that is very linear. That's a very good theme right there. All right, guys, let's continue. Shamrock says, if you survive this, feel free to come and get your revenge. I'll be your opponent, though. Loki says, no way. You have got to be kidding me. It can't be. To be stabbed by that is bad. The 3 Cerberus heads, with swords on their mouths, spin in the air and fly towards Loki at full speed. Then the 3 heads pierce Loki's torso together. Loki says, dang you, celestial dragons, dang you. Shamrock and Gunko talk as they fly away from the underworld. Shamrock says, suppressing them immediately seems difficult. We will start by capturing the children first. Call one more person in. Oh. Who is he calling in? Is this chapter going to tell us who they're calling in? If the chapter tells us who it is, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it. Does this chapter show who they're calling in, or is it like hyping up like the next chapter? And we got L with the 2. Thank you, brother. God bless, bro. Thank you, L. L says, sure you will get the Katetsu blade in Wano. That'd be wild, man. That'd be wild. Sure you getting it? Man, I need Zoro to get all of it. I need him to get all 3. It's just so thematic. Zoro getting all 3 Katetsus. Final game Zoro, all 3 Katetsus plus Wado Ichimonji. I hope. L, let me cope. Let me cope, bro. Let me cope. But yeah, I'm here for the Shiryu hype. I'm here for the Shiryu hype. Oda's going to have to make Shiryu a complete monster. We all know Zoro's going to fight Shiryu. I think like 1% of One Piece fans disagree. I'm pretty sure like 99% of us, we believe Zoro fights Shiryu. Do you guys agree with that? Yes or no, guys? Do you agree? Zoro versus Shiryu at some point in the story? I feel like most of us believe that, right? So Oda's going to have to make Shiryu a complete monster. Dude is invisible. That's gnarly enough. But L, that's good to think about. I appreciate the super, bro. Then we got Antoine. Thank you, brother, with the 5. God bless you, Antoine. Thank you, bro. Antoine with the 5 says, I have a theory that Zoro's best friend, Kuina, never died and is a part of the Holy Knights. Zoro's gonna fight her eventually. You know, man, I have such mixed feelings with that. It's like, before I give my take on that, Antoine, I'm gonna ask the chat, guys. Do you? I'll just word it like this because it's fair, right, to word it this way, guys. Do you like the idea that Kuina never died and she is a holy knight right now? Do you like that idea? Antoine, I have very, very mixed feelings with it. I could see why yes, but then I could see why no. Let's start with why it wouldn't be the case. I think the reason why Oda depicted Kuina dying in the way that she did is to show Zoro and One Piece readers that life can end at any time. You could be in a great mood. You could have an amazing night. You can have a fresh new dream. You could be on the road to greatness and life can end in just a heartbeat all over. Life is fragile. And I think like that is probably the biggest theme that Oda used in terms of Kuina dying. Life is fragile. Life can end just like that in a heartbeat. Now let's talk about why it could be the case. Now, it could be the case that Kuina is alive as a holy knight so that Zoro can have an end game fight aside from Mihawk where there's actual build up for it. Like there's an actual narrative before it. If Kuina's alive as a holy knight, that's going to give Zoro a huge narrative. That's going to force a huge moment within Zoro's character and backstory where he has to face Kuina. And we have to understand all how they faked her death or they cloned her or, you know, why they moved her in and now he has to fight her. That would be a very interesting plot device for Zoro's character, right? Aside from Mihawk, because when we think like end game Zoro, there's not that many fights left for him that has to do with his actual character and his actual narrative. It's only Mihawk. It's only Mihawk. That's it. There's like Zoro and Shiryu, they don't have any history. Zoro and Venus, they don't really have any history. They're just, okay, they clashed in Egghead, but like, that's not really history, you know? So, in terms of Zoro and Mihawk, we have that, but then what else? So if Oda did go down the route of keeping Kuina alive and making her a holy knight, that would give Zoro a fight with a lot on the line, something to really dig deep into Zoro's character. Now, if there was a gun to my head and you asked me, is Kuina alive as a holy knight? I'd probably say no, right? But it's possible. I would say it's possible, but unlikely. Now, that's just my opinion. You know, maybe I have to look at things a different way. Maybe I have to look into some real life mythology. Maybe I have to look into some real life people and events, but that's where I sit right now. I think Kuina dying as a child to a staircase, the point of that is to show how fragile life is and to show how life can end in a heartbeat regardless of your future dreams. But thank you for that super chat, bro. Guys, let's move on to the next part of the spoilers, guys. Let's see. Okay, Gunko says, understood. Which one do you want? Cut to the Orest Castle. Luffy and his group are talking to the giant guards Luffy found in the last chapter. Luffy is angry because giant guards say they were attacked by the red hair Shanks. Luffy can't believe Shanks would do such a thing. Then he says how cool and honorable Shanks is. Nami giggles when she sees Luffy so angry. Nami giggling says, "You have such great trust in Shanks, right?" Luffy angrily says, "Of course, Nami. You'd be angry too if someone says bad things about Mori Mary? That wasn't Bellamere. You'd be angry too if someone said bad things about Bellamere, right? Oh yeah, Nami corrects it. I didn't even see that. Nami had to correct. Me and Nami had to correct Luffy. I was like, wait, did the leakers like write it weird? Of course, Nami. You'd be angry too if someone says bad things about Morimir, right? Nami says, Luffy, it's Bellamere. Giants say, then he's someone who looks exactly like him, or could be his brother. Ooh, okay. Oda, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, Oda? What are you doing here? Guys, you guys know for the past few chapters, I've been warning you guys. Oda's gonna blue ball Luffy running into Shamrock. Oda's gonna blue ball it. He's gonna make them, the Holy Knights leave, or the Straw Hats get lost, or they don't get there in time. I'm curious to see if these spoilers actually do have Luffy running into Shamrock. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. But you guys know for weeks now, since the Holy Knights landed on Elbaf, I've been saying Oda's gonna blue ball it, bro. Watch. We're gonna hope that Luffy runs into Shamrock, but somehow, some way, he's not gonna run into Shamrock. But let's see. Let's see if they run into each other. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. Luffy says, Shanks' brother. I can only imagine him to be a good guy if there is one. But I've never heard him talk about his family. Apparently, he was on the pirate ship since he was a kid. I think his family is probably Roger, Rayleigh, the whole Roger Pirates crew, except Buggy, of course. As Luffy talks about the Roger Pirates scene, immediately, or the scene, let me word it this way. As Luffy talks about the Roger Pirates, the scene immediately changes to the mysterious man we saw a few chapters ago. We can only see him from behind. Pause.
Oh my god, bro.
Pause. The only one I want to see from behind is Dawn of Ascension. We see him from behind. But he's the same person who is drinking with Crocus in chapter 631 cover. The mysterious man is walking towards the Orest Castle. He's very close to the main door. Why you guys saying oh? No, it's not an Ayo. That's wifey. It can't be Ayo. Guys, does this chapter let us know it's Crocus? Because that's my, or not Crocus. Scopper. Hey, I'm going with Scopper, bro. This mysterious man is Shiki. You're lying. You're lying. Jin Marks, how you doing? I'm glad to see you, Jin Marks. How you doing? How you feeling? I'm going with Scopper. I'm going with my boy Scopper. It's gonna be Scopper. It has to be Donnie. It has to be Scopper. It's not gonna be Shiki. Shiki already fulfilled his 20-year plan. It's the movie. But our brother Scopper, he's been waiting to get a spotlight in One Piece. We see Crocus at the beginning of the Grand Line journey. We see Rayleigh halfway through near the Red Line. Shabandi, again, a Roger Pirate. And then we got to see our third man, Scopper Gabon, towards the end of the New World, Elbaf. I'm going with Scopper. Yo, where's our boy Scopper Gabon that was always like super chatting? Where's our boy Scopper, man? Scopper, where you at, bro? Are you lurking? I know that man Scopper Gabon's lurking right now. Where's Scopper, man? That guy was always in the stream chat, super chatting, talking about, you're going to see me at Lodestar. You're going to see me at Elbaf. Where's our boy Scopper? Shiki got mad respect, bro. He about to pull up and drop jewels. Scopper was someone's burner. It couldn't have been. It had to have been the actual Scopper Gabon, the voice actor or something. Another Holy Knight. Whoops. Another Holy Knight is being called, and he'll be summoned on the throne room, or in the throne room. I think that's what you meant to say. Like Shamrock, Luffy will fight him. Haven't seen Scopper in the stream since like 2023 early. Nah, I saw Scopper in the stream maybe like a month ago. I think he popped in. Gabon staying here to protect the egg / bird would make sense. Yeah. Scopper Gabon was probably Jewish. What do you mean by that?
You are Jewish.
What do you mean by that? Yo, this man Scopper said, or this man L said Scopper was probably Jewish, and then Smokey said L. Whoa! We got Pakes with the $4.99. Salute. W Pakes, brother. Thank you. God bless you, Pakes. Thank you, brother. And then we got our boy Smokey turning around with another super chat. $9.99, $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Smokey. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. I think Shiki has the riz to put a baby in Ripley. What? Yo, we're over here talking about Zoro getting the Cerber sword, and you're over there talking about Shiki has the riz to put a baby in Ripley. What?
Oh my god.
Bro, get your mind out the gutter. Oh no, you said you don't think. Oh no, you said you don't think. I don't think Shiki has the riz to put a baby in Ripley for Colin's dad. It's pretty much gotta be Scopper at this point. Yo, why are you thinking about people getting pregnant, huh? Why? Hey, Smokey, why are you thinking about pregnancy right now? Why are you thinking about ejaculation, huh? Why are you thinking about that, huh? You need to go to confession, bro. Nah, you didn't derail the stream. Thank you for the super chat, Smokey. Guys, Smokey raises a good question though. Who is the father of Colin? Who's the father? Does anyone know who is the father of Colin? Who is it, chat? Who is it? Pakes again, brother. Thank you for the super chat today, Pakes. Thank you, brother. God bless you. Who is the father? And the father of 8-year-old Colin is Scopper Gabon. Scopper, you are the father. We got Ripley running to the back of Elbath. We got Ripley running to the backstage. She's running to the backstage. She's crying. The streams of tears going down her face. Scopper, he's the father. I thought it was Shiki. Yeah, Ripley, maybe you shouldn't have been a Jezebel. Keep them legs closed. Roro says it's me. I am the father. Hey, you know what? It has to be. But you know what, Smokey? That would be funny because Scopper's not a giant. Well, neither is Shiki, though. I think either way, Ripley probably got with a human. Kind of like how Big Mom was getting with humans. Bro. Big Mom was getting with humans. Bro, those dudes were cave diving. My bad, chat. The intrusive thoughts won. I didn't mean to say that. But yeah, I'm not sure who's the father of Colin. I'm gonna go with my boy Scopper. Look at the eyes, look at the eyebrows. Young Smokey with another 2. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Smokey. Colin is canonically half human. Oh, he is? I must have forgot them pointing that out. Did they say that? Like they confirmed that? Maybe they confirmed that. There was a Tentata too. Yeah, how did Big Mom impregnate a Tentata? Oh my. Bro, that is literally that's Ant-Man type beat. Big Mom X Tentata? Smokey, let me know where they confirmed that, because they probably did and I forgot. Antoine with the 5. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. Don't go to confession. Those priests stay up in somebody's pussy. Yo, chill, man. Hey, we need to honor and respect the fathers, man. They're protecting the faith. They're keeping the church, the house of Christ, together, man. You know, for as many corrupt people in the church there's actually been studies that public schools have a child M-word rate 110 times larger than the church. And we're supposed to be trusting public schools with our children. A public school has a rate 110 times higher of being diddlers with the children, 110 times higher than that of a church. Now, to those people in the church that do that, I say grab a millstone, okay? Grab a millstone, like a big rock, like an 800-pound rock. Carve a hole in the middle of the rock. Grab a long piece of rope. Put the rope through the hole of the rock. Tie a strong knot. Grab the other end of the rope. Wrap it around that person's neck, and just whoop right into the ocean. And whatever happens, happens. For those that harm the little ones, it would be better for them to have a millstone wrapped around their neck and to be dumped into the sea. That's what they... Hey, justice. Justice needs to be served. Then we got Stretch with the 2. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. Thank you, brother. Shiki's the father. Ripley the lioness. Diane X King. What is Diane X King? What is that? What does that mean? Stop with the conspiracies? What conspiracy? Appreciate it, Stretch. What is Diane X King? What is that? Shiki the father. Stretch, I gotta go against you, bro. I gotta say Scopper. Our man Scopper is the father. Scopper father. That's the evidence right there. Scopper father Scopper, not father Shiki. That doesn't roll off the tongue. Father Scopper, Scopper the father. Scopper the father, not Shiki the father. Scopper the father. Then we got another super chat from Pakes. Thank you, brother. Just going ham today with the support. Thank you, brother. God bless you, Pakes. Thank you, King. I appreciate it. Shout out to the boy Pakes. My chat froze again, guys. All right, guys, let's continue. Let's continue. Okay, the mysterious man is walking toward the Orust castle. He's very close to the main door. Cut to Frankie. He's examining treasure tree Adam with Ripley. Frankie sees a huge mural painting on the tree. We can't see it yet. Ripley says, I believe those are children drawings from long ago that have fossilized and became part of the bark. This mural has remarkable historical significance, so it's one of the nation's cultural heritages. It is estimated that they were drawn around 800 to 900 years ago. If that is true, then they are from the same period as the Void Century. Frankie says, what? Then we gotta show Robin this. I'll tell her later. But this is strange for an Elbaf drawing. They don't look like giants to me. When Frankie speaks, we see some drawings from the mural. A mermaid princess, a robot similar to Emeth, and a creature with strange ears. Huh. Oda, what are you
Let him cook.
cooking?
Let him cook now.
What is he doing in that kitchen? I see Oda, he's like cutting up some vegetables. I can't tell what the vegetables are though. I see Oda, he's like putting in some seasoning, but I can't tell what seasoning it is. Big Ear Tribe, Fukudokuju, Zunisha. Ripley says, I agree. In our known history, while wars between different races are not unheard of, there shouldn't be any unions, or there shouldn't have been any unions. I can't read English. Which makes it even more certain that this painting is nothing more than children's drawings. Cut now to Walrus School. We see children playing and Angie teaching class. In the Owl Library, Saul brings out the Harley book with Elbaf's sacred texts to show Robin. It's an extremely old book that has a sun symbol in the cover. like the symbol we saw in Kuma's church during his flashback. Saul explains how there are many interpretations of the sun god, yet him and his rhythm appear in legends all over the world. Harley has 3 chapters and each one represents one world. The 3rd chapter is said to be the world we currently live in, and the end of the chapter foretell what hasn't happened yet. Robin looks at the Harley book and says, "I'll read it now." In an absolutely epic double leg spread of the chapter, we see the full mural drawing with Harley text translated by Robin. It's very difficult to describe the content of the mural because it has a lot of details, but I will try. Treasure Tree Adam is in the center of the mural, and it divides the mural into 2 parts. Above the tree, there is a winged monster / demon that spits fire from its mouth. In the right side of the mural, we could see several things. On one side, we see a great city attacked by a massive serpent. And on the other side, we see an ark with a king, angels, and animals. In this part, we can also see a moon and some people making offerings that look like stars. This last part is similar to the paintings NL found on the moon. All right, guys, we're going to pause here. We're going to pause here because this was a lot of information to take in, okay? We're going to pause here, guys. This was a lot of information to take in. Wow. I am just mind blown for a second. So when they talk about this, they said a ship, right? An ark. Guys, would we agree that this is the Noah's Ark? Would we agree that this is the Noah's Ark? Would we agree? Yes? Yes, no, maybe so? And we got L. We got L with the 5 gifted memberships. L, thank you so much, brother. God bless you, L. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to the people who got gifted the memberships, shout out to QWERTY, shout out to Kiba D Clown, shout out to Big Ronnie, shout out to Yabo, and shout out to Mr. Rubik's. You 5, you guys better thank L, okay? You 5 better thank L. He gifted 5 memberships and you guys got a free membership to the channel. You guys have exclusive emojis that you can now use in the chat. Again, shout out to QWERTY with the gifted membership from L. Kiba D Clown, gifted membership from L. Big Ronnie, gifted membership from L. Yabo is some kitty, gifted membership from L. And Mr. Rubik's 01, gifted membership from L. Thank you so much, L. Thank you, brother. And then we have Roro. Thank you, brother, with the $7 super chat. God bless you, brother. Thank you so much, Roro. He says, the GOAT is dropping all the lore at once. How much longer do you give One Piece before it ends? Thank you for sharing your time, brother. No problem, Roro. No problem. I love sharing my time and energy with you guys in the chat. This is a beautiful community that we've grown, guys. This is a beautiful, amazing community. We got a lot of beautiful, funny trolls like Lone Sigma, real Blackbeard propagandist. We have real chefs in the chat like Young Smokey, Greg. We got legendary memers in the chat like Simon and L. We've built an amazing, beautiful community where we all come to talk about One Piece, short summary spoilers, long summary spoilers, and chapter reaction every single week. We've had a beautiful community built here, and it's my pleasure. It is my pleasure to do this. Now onto your question. You asked, Roro, how much longer do you give One Piece before it ends? So, and then we got Sussman Rashad, of course. We got Sus Boy Rashad. I want us all to answer this together, okay? Roro asks, how much longer do you give One Piece before it ends? What's our answer, guys? I would say that there is absolutely no way that One Piece ends in less than 200 chapters. I'm thinking that Elbaf is going to have a lot more chapters, a lot more content. We might have an entire arc for the Blackbeard battle. We're going to have a whole huge lore dump from Laugh Tale. Keep in mind, the Roger flashback, aka Odin flashback, was almost 20 chapters. So imagine the Laugh Tale flashback. Then we're gonna have pre-Final War, exactly like how we had pre-Marineford with post Enies Lobby, Impel Down, Amazon Lily. We're gonna have a pre-Final War. Then we're gonna have a huge Final War. Then we're gonna have an epilogue. I say that there's no way One Piece is less than 200. I would say probably 250, 300. One Piece has another 250 in store. Now, guys, what we got to do is we know that One Piece generally drops, give or take, 33, 34 chapters a year, okay? So, if there is a gun to my head, I say One Piece ends in 250, 275 chapters. I'll say 250. What I would do is 250 chapters divided by 34, because that's how much we get a year, give or take, which is about 7.3 years. 7.3 years. We still have the rest of Elbaf, Luffy versus Blackbeard arc, Lodestar, huge Laugh Tale lore drop of the Devil Fruits and Joy Boy and Emu and Void Century, a huge flashback, pre-Final War, huge Final War of every character fighting, all the backstories. Then post-Final War, I say 250 chapters left. I say 250 left. So if there's 34 chapters a year, then that means 7.3 years remaining. That's my thoughts. And I'm looking at the chat. I see all sorts of answers. Some people are saying 3 years. Some people are saying 6 years. Some people are saying 500 chapters. Some people are saying 20, 30. I say 7 years. Thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it. And L, of course, thank you for the 5 gifted, brother. And then we have Young Smokey with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, brother. I can't feature the message. It escaped me. I apologize, Smokey. But Smokey says that right there makes this chapter a 10 out of 10. Yeah, guys, I know we're not done with the spoilers yet, but so far, guys, so far, what do we rate these spoilers? I'm saying a 10. I'm saying a 10, and we're not even done. I also want to talk about, guys, they also mentioned so far, again, we're not done yet. We're going to continue, but there's a lot to take in. I want to digest these spoilers. We're taking it in. What's good, Ben? I'm glad to see you here, brother. One thing that they point out, guys, is a huge serpent. I think it said that it was attacking the city. Yeah, right here. It says, on one side, we see a great city attacked by a massive serpent. Guys, what are we thinking for this? Because you guys know for months, me and King J have been saying that Loki has the Jormungandr devil fruit. Go look into that. If you don't know what we mean by that, go look into it. But maybe this giant serpent has something to do with Emu. Maybe it has something to do with Emu. And I see some people saying red line. I have mixed feelings with the red line. It could be a serpent that was turned into stone. Maybe it's just a mountain. I'm not entirely sure how I feel about red line, but Emu is an interesting choice, because I think most people agree that when it comes to Emu's character, Emu is going to have multiple inspirations. Maybe Ravana from Hinduism, Satan from Christianity, Antichrist, Umibozu from Japanese yokai. I think there will be a bunch of things thrown into the pot of Emu. And yes, I know you're saying read further, just relax. Onaj, relax. We don't want to jump into the whole summary in 2 minutes. We want to take our time and digest it. We don't want to rush through it. We like to look at each detail little by little so that we can have full theories about everything. We also have another super chat from Young Smokey. Thank you, brother, with the 10. God bless you, brother. Smokey says, massive serpent, maybe the Skypea serpent ancestor. I love that idea. I love that idea because the concept of let me see. The concept of let me see. What do they call the serpent in Skypea? Akigami? No, it wasn't Akigami. That's right here. Kashigami. I think it was Kashigami. Yeah. So I really like the concept. Thank you, Jordan. I really like the concept that this giant serpent right here, guys, if you guys remember Nolan's flashback, I really, really, really love the concept that this is foreshadowing something big in the story. And when you guys think about the context of this in Nolan's flashback on Shandora before it was launched into the sky, they were sacrificing people. They were going to sacrifice that young girl to the sun god, right? And they looked at him as Kashigami. He's the god, he's the sun god. So that's why I think that Loki, having this legendary devil fruit that we presume him to have, making him think he's the sun god, maybe it has something to do with a great serpent. But guys, what makes this even crazier is that these spoilers talk about a massive serpent that destroys the city.
Let him cook. Let him cook now.
That's what makes this insane. Because again, they were sacrificing people to this or for the sun god, and this was the god. This was the god they were sacrificing to. Now you mean to tell me Loki thinks he's a sun god? We know that at the end of Egghead, they were talking about the sun god being able to stretch and contract. That could relate to a snake. That could relate to a serpent. So if Loki has the Jormungandr devil fruit, therefore being a blood-covered serpent, a world serpent, covered in blood, yet again connecting to dialogue in Little Garden from Dorian Broggy, how they said they couldn't defeat the serpent soaked in blood, this would make a lot of sense, that it would be Jormungandr. Moreover, we know that Jormungandr is from Norse mythology. So it is really interesting, guys. It is really interesting. I'm reading the chat right now. I do like the idea of Quetzalcoatl. I put out that video a very long time ago. If you guys remember, my earlier subscribers, I did put out a video about Dragon being Quetzalcoatl, but I've shifted since then. I actually think that Dragon is not the Quetzalcoatl, but he's actually a winged serpent from Incan mythology. I can't remember what it's called. Does anyone remember what it's called? Because I put out that video and then a million people in the OP community started recycling it. Does anyone remember what it's called? It's a winged serpent from the mythology of Inca culture. What is it called again, guys? I don't even remember my own theories that I make in post. You guys remember I put out that theory and then everyone started talking about it? Amaru, thank you, Loki. I appreciate it, Loki one. Amaru. So yes, the Quetzalcoatl for Dragon or Loki or even this painting, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But I would me personally, I would shift more towards Loki being Jormungandr and Dragon being Amaru. But if it wasn't Amaru and it was actually Quetzalcoatl, yes, that makes a lot of sense. Guys, I'm actually gonna go run to the bathroom. I need to pee really bad. Guys, don't leave, okay? We're gonna go through the rest of the spoilers. I'm so excited. I'm sure we're gonna be mind blown as we continue to talk about the spoilers and as we continue to think. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I'm just gonna run to the bathroom. Give me 30 seconds. Guys, while I'm gone, I want you guys to like the stream and comment down below what number like you are, guys. Let's hit 100 likes, okay? Like the stream and comment in the chat as soon as you're done what number like you were. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. If you're not new, hit the notification bell and select all so you never miss the streams, okay? I'll be right back. All right, we're back, guys. We're back. We're back. We're back. One Piece theorists are eating good. Most definitely, bro. Most definitely. But yeah, shout out to Smokey. Appreciate that super chat. I definitely like the idea that, again, the serpent from Skypiea is playing into some level of foreshadowing. All right, guys. Wait, no sound? Wait, is there no sound, chat? Or is he trolling? No, you're trolling, brother. What do you mean no sound? He's trolling. H is trolling. He's trolling me. I know you guys hear me. OP theorists got a ton of content on their hands. Most definitely. You know how long it's going to take to digest this chapter? Look at L trying to troll. He said muted. L and H trying to troll me. If Loki, let me highlight that. If Loki has the Quetzalcoatl, or I guess if Loki does have the Quetzalcoatl, Devil Fruit, maybe you can join the crew and carry them, or maybe he can join the crew and carry them wherever they go. That would be interesting. That'd be cool. I don't know, man. It's just, I don't have that intuition. I don't have that belief that Loki will join, man. I'm sorry, bro. Guys, do we see Loki joining the crew? Do we see Loki joining the crew, guys? I don't believe Loki will be a serpent, man. We gotta start clipping. We gotta start clipping like segments from streams and posting it on YouTube. You know, the amount of theories we've made on stream is ridiculous. We gotta start clipping like segments from stream and then uploading it onto the channel so that people could watch. Because we had a whole explanation as to Loki getting the Jormungandr or having the Jormungandr Devil Fruit. What's good, Nobilism? Let him cook. Let him cook now. What's good, Joy Boy? Nah, but he may become an ally. Yeah, I think if Loki is going to build some kind of relationship with Luffy, it'll probably be that there will be like another giant crew or something like that Loki leads for the Grand Fleet, something like that. Like Loki would lead that ship for the Grand Fleet. You know, I also have like the inclination that Loki's gonna die. I'm sorry, Loki might be put 6 feet under, dude. Loki might actually get his pack smoked. Jaipod says, please do. I haven't been able to watch your streams anymore because I'm usually working. All right, man. I'll try to talk to my mods and figure something out. And I'll keep you guys posted. I'll try to figure something out with my mods. That way, we could clip segments from streams and then like upload it to YouTube as videos. I'll try to work something out for you, Jaipod. I'm glad to see you in chat, brother. I know I'm not getting attached to him. Yeah, Loki. Loki might die low-key. Smokey, all it takes is one bad day and Evil will unmod me and ban me. Hey, that day's right around the corner, L. Always toeing the line. What's good, Jinmarks? Jinmarks says, can you stream for video games and other things aside from OP? Because we miss you when there is no OP chapter. Yeah, man, I keep saying I'm going to be more consistent with that. But you know what, Jinmarks? The streets are saying that we're getting a chapter next week. So it's 4 chapters in a row. So that's means of celebration. Or that's means for celebration. So we'll get a chapter next week, which means 3 streams. If you guys watch the spoiler streams, which obviously you do. You're here right now. But then after that, let's do a Marvel Rival stream so you guys can see what Suicide Watch looks like. So you guys can see what anger looks like, what pure anger and rage looks like. Me screaming at the supports that refuse to heal, me screaming at the tanks that refuse to push the payload, me screaming at the DPS Wolverine that's going 5 and 86. Just me completely filled with rage, just inches away from grabbing that gallon of bleach and just chugging it. Guys, like the stream. Guys, how many likes are we at right now? How many likes are we at? My man, I've been missing that evil content with that IRL grind. Hope you've been good, my brother. Hey, you too, Jaipod. God bless, brother. I hope you've been good. You always got to take care of that IRL portion, brother. Unrelated note, Batman or Superman? Hey, bro, as much as I've abandoned opium because of how satanic they are, I still like, like a dark theme. You guys see, I'm constantly wearing black. In my closet, I have like 600 black t-shirts and like 100 black tanks. Black is just me, bro. I don't need to put it on. I gotta go with Batman, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Like, Batman is him, bro. Batman is him. Guys, who you got? Batman or Superman? Yes, the rival stream. Why you you not YBL no more? I can't, bro. It's too dark for me, man. I don't listen to opium. I haven't listened to like regular rap music since April of 2024. I've completely abandoned it. I can't do it anymore. All of the murder, the drug addiction, the prostitution, the infidelity. I can't do it anymore, bro. H, relax. Relax, H. Take a deep breath. Don't worry. We're gonna get through these spoilers, brother. We're here to enjoy ourselves. We're going with the flow, H. Relax, brother. Superman boring? He hides in his closet to listen to Cardi. Bro, don't you cap on me, man. Guys, he is purely capping. He's lying. He's a liar. He's a liar. My bad, guys. My bad. Have you quit the lettuce yet? Yeah. So when I stopped listening to rap music in April last year, I also dropped lettuce. Right now, it's the Nick, bro. I don't touch the Mary Jane. I don't touch the alcohol. I don't touch anything. I don't touch the mushroom. I don't touch anything. The only thing, bro, is just the nicotine, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got mixed feelings on it. But Smokey with the 20. Thank you so much, brother. We're going to get through this super chat and then we're going to continue with the spoilers, guys. Oh, he says read later. Okay, I'm going to leave that right there, Smokey, and we'll continue with the spoilers. All right, where do we leave off, guys? Where do we leave off? Oh, one more thing. So, guys, you see how in the long summary, it says this last part is similar to the paintings NL found on the moon. Guys, did we not say the exact thing in the short summaries? Did we not say the exact thing, chat? All we read in the short summary, the only thing it said is that there's a mural from 900 years ago. It was just a vague little comment. It didn't say anything. And I was like, yo, I bet that painting, this so-called mural we're about to see, is going to be like NL's. Who was there? Co-sign that. If you were watching the stream and you were here for that, co-sign it. Co-sign it. So I'm not trying to say, like, I'm not trying to flex. I'm not trying to boast or anything. I'm not gloating. This isn't a grand conspiracy, a grand theory. I just think it's funny. You know, we gotta scoop up a little baby mini W real quick. Just a little baby W, just a little baby, you know. Man, I want to see this mural, bro. Redon is hyping up this mural to the max. Oh, in the left side of the mural, we can see a big battle. Here we can see Nika or Joy Boy fighting against a huge winged demon that has the sun in its hands. Nika is fighting alongside giants, one of them with horns, samurai, lunarians, minks, a mermaid princess accompanied by sea creatures, angels, and a robot similar to Emyth, and a lot of ships with humans. One of them seems to be from Alabasta. Oh. Bro. This is the greatest chapter I've ever read. This is the greatest chapter of One Piece. Just forget Gear 5. Forget I Want to Live. Forget the One Piece is real. Forget nothing happened. This is the greatest chapter I've ever read. And the spoilers aren't even over. This is absolute peak, bro. If you're not a theorist, you're not gonna like this chapter. But if you're a theorist, this is beyond a gold mine. This is beyond a pot of gold. Lily was in that Alabasta ship. Alabasta flag is similar to the sun symbol. You know what this calls for? You know what this calls for, chat? Do you know what this calls for? Do you know what this calls for, chat? Do you know what this calls for? The evil theory with Mrs. Dawn of Ascension, Queen Dawn of Ascension, about the ancient kingdom D-Clan crest. Who remembers this stellar video? This is my favorite video I've ever posted amongst so many videos. The greatest D-Clan theory you'll ever watch. Who remembers this theory? Because this chapter seems to be talking a lot about the sun and a symbol. This video right here, the greatest D-Clan, here, maybe I'll play it for a second. Because if you guys remember, we just read that it says the old book has a sun symbol in the cover, like the symbol we saw in Kuma's church. Now it also says that this winged monster has the sun in its hands. So let's pull up this video so you guys can see what I'm referring to. Featuring the geocentric model. Have you ever wondered what this symbol is that we keep seeing all across the One Piece storyline? From Alabasta to Skypiea to the moon to Fishman Island to the Kazuki crest and even Kuma's cross, we see it over and over again. Even what? Hold up. Fact check. Wait. What did this guy just say? Fishman Island to the Kazuki crest and even Kuma's cross, we see it over and over again. Even Kuma's what? An island to the Kazuki crest and even Kuma's cross, we see it over and over again. Yo, what did the spoilers say? What did the spoilers literally say? Where is it? In the Owl Library, Saul brings out Harley book with Elbaf's sacred text to show Robin. It's an extremely old book and has a sun symbol in the cover like the symbol we saw in Kuma's church during his flashback. What if island to the Kazuki crest and even Kuma's cross, we see it over and over again? What if I told you that this symbol right here is actually the D-Clan crest? And to be more specific, it is the sun being revolved around by 8 different planets. But the One Piece world doesn't know this. Just look at Professor Clover's laboratory. He has planets revolving around the Earth, not the sun. And this is symbolism to how Imu erased the sun, extinguishing the light that was known as Sun God Nika. This forced the One Piece planet into a geocentric solar system model, not the correct layout of a heliocentric model. Now if you take the D-Clan crest and you grab a legendary artifact from Hinduism called the Navaratna and you place them on top of each other, you come to find out that this is the exact inspiration that Oda is using. Why? Because the dead center of it is the mineral type known as a ruby, symbolizing the center of the solar system, the sun, Monkey D. Luffy, which is exactly why in the Navaratna, it specifically labels Saturn as the god of sapphire stones. Saint Saturn of the Gorosei is to blame for Ginny and Bonnie's sapphire scale disease. Today you are going to learn the— Hey, that is just a baby intro. If you guys want to see the full thing, talking about the ancient kingdom, the D-Clan crest, which seems to be very relevant with the long summary spoilers, go watch the video. The link is in the chat. Go watch the video. It's crazy. We see the sun symbol in the cover, the same one we saw in Kuma's church. What it's referring to is the sun is erased because they hate Nika, therefore they live in a geocentric world model. They ignore the sun. That's symbolism. That's a metaphor. They're supposed to be revolving around the sun. They've gotten rid of the sun. And that this symbol, as I showed in the video, that we see time and time again in the One Piece world, it's the D-Clan crest. That's what it's building up to. All these kingdoms have this symbol because it's the D-Clan crest. That's not a cross, that's a plus sign. It's a plus sign, brother. Hey, I was reaching, you caught me. You caught me, Eli. All right, let's see. Bro, we gotta read that part again. In the left side of the mural, we can see a big battle. Hence, we see Nika or Joy Boy fighting against a huge winged demon that has the sun in its hands. Do we agree that's Imu? Do we agree that's Imu? In the mural on the left side, we see a big battle. Here we could see Nika or Joy Boy fighting against a huge winged demon. Is that Emu? Chat, I need answers. I need answers. All you guys lurking in the stream, answers now. Is this Emu? It has to be, Artie. It has to be, Artie. I quickly want to go back to that super chat from Smokey. Thank you, brother, for the 20 earlier. God bless you, brother. He says, read later, the second world sentence, the people half the moon saw a dream, gotta be the Lunarian. All right, I'll remember that, Smokey. Then we have L with a 2. Thank you so much, L. He says, Frankie with the Sunny be the new giant robot. Oh, I love that. I love that, bro. We need some Frankie hype. Yo, who are there any Frankie enjoyers in the chat? Where are my Frankie enjoyers? Let's see this robot that the ancient mural is like referring to, or E-Meth. Let's see it have something to do with Frankie. Kind of like how maybe Bink Sake has something to do with Brooke. Hey, I'm here for I'm a Frankie enjoyer, bro. Frankie installs ancient weapons to Sunny. Ooh.
Let him cook.
Ooh.
Let him cook now.
Where are we lagging? Where are we lagging, guys? Are we lagging? Wait, are we good? Are we good? Refresh stream. We're back. Yo, we can't get taken down, brother. We can't get taken down against the powers, against the attacks of Emu. Hey, Smokey, you know what? Frankie being intertwined with this ship that we see in the mural, the Thousand Sunny. Frankie being intertwined with this robot we see in the mural. You're cooking something. You're cooking something, Smokey. You're cooking something, man. And you're right. Pluton is said to be a warship. Pluton is literally said to be a warship. So guys, do we believe that this ancient mural is depicting the ancient weapons as well? Is this ancient mural depicting Luffy versus, let me scratch that. Nika versus Emu and the ancient weapons? Let me see some answers. Is this ancient mural depicting Nika versus Emu and the ancient weapons? I have to say yes. We saw earlier in the spoilers, it mentions a mermaid, right? Where was it? It was somewhere in the spoilers. Talked about a mermaid and a robot, right? Dude, this mural is going to be insane. Bro, I might have to look at the raws, bro. I might have to look at the raws. I might have to look at the raws, bro. This mural is gonna be nuts, bro. Nika versus someone that's inspired Emu? Nah, man. Emu's from the Void Century, my man. Loki won Kenobi. Emu's from the Void Century. Isn't that like confirmed? Isn't that confirmed? Vegapunk said everyone was fighting against Joy Boy, so either the demon or the demon is Joy Boy, or the left side is the first war. Read the second world. All right, let's continue. Let's continue. And this is what the Harley sacred text says. So this is just like the mural, the painting, the hieroglyphics that NL saw. Because remember, when he was on the moon, it had like a whole drawing, and then Oda put in like the little chapter title what we were looking at. So this is going to be similar. The first world. On Earth, there is flame. Mankind, overtaken by desire, touched upon the forbidden sun. Is this like mankind, Adam and Eve, overtaken by desire to eat from the tree? Adam and Eve brought original sin into the world. They ate from the tree, ignoring God's orders. They lost to their desire. The enslaved prayed. The sun god appeared. The deity of earth is enraged. Together with the serpent of hell flame, they engulf the world with death and darkness. They can't be met again. The second world. In emptiness, there is breath. The deity of forest dispatched demons. The sun did nothing but spread seeds of war. The people of the half moon saw a dream. The people of the moon saw a dream. Men became gods after slaying the sun. The deity of the sea rampaged. They can't be met again. The third world. In chaos, there is void. The troubled shadow remembers the promised day and listens to the sound of the fragmented moon. The sun god dances and laughs, leading the world to its end. The sun will return, and so comes a new morning. They will meet again. End of chapter. No break next week.
Let him cook. Let him cook now.
Where do we even start? Oda knows that this is a chapter for his theorists. Oda said, when I drop 1138, this is for the One Piece theorists. This is for my biggest fans that read the story, every little detail. They want to read the SBS, look for all the foreshadowing, the inversions. This is, bro, this feels like 4 chapters in one. I feel like this is like 4 chapters in one chapter. This is so much to take in. See, this is part of the reason why I wanted to read the spoilers slowly. There's so much to take in. Cerberus, the huge bird, they fly away. A mermaid princess, a robot similar to Emeth, and a creature with straining ears. Uranus, Pluton, and Poseidon? Because there's only 3 ancient weapons, right, guys? There's not a 4th. Am I delusional? There's 3 ancient weapons, right? Let's start there, because that's at the beginning of the spoilers. Mermaid princess, okay, Poseidon. Robot. And then a creature with strange ears. So the question is, if we think this mermaid princess and robot similar to Emeth, we'll just say robot and creature, we're looking at which, because I think we would all subscribe to the idea that the mermaid princess is Poseidon. So the next question, or the real question is the robot similar to Emeth? Is that Pluton or is that Uranus? To those of you that subscribe to these 3 things being the ancient weapons, my question to you, is this robot similar to Emeth, Pluton, or Uranus? While Frankie speaks, we see some drawings from the mural. Mermaid princess, which would be Poseidon, a robot similar to Emeth, and a creature with strange ears. So I see people saying it's literally Emeth. So do we not think it's the ancient weapons? Or do we think Emeth is an ancient weapon? We got a 5 from the boy Smokey. Thank you so much, brother. Emo reminds me so much of Emperor Palpatine or something. Something dark side, something using the dark force. Don't forget Oda loves Star Wars. Yeah, man. Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars, that ugly dude. He believes in the Sith. He's the Sith, bro. Insatiable Hunger, welcome back, brother. He believes in the darkness. He believes in Emeth, evil. What do they call it? What do they call it? Hey, H, have a nice night, man, or a nice morning. 4:12 a.m. H, you should have got some sleep, man. But thank you so much for being here, H. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. Appreciate you being here, bro. H, go get some sleep, guys. Chat. Let's give a salute. Let's give a goodbye to our boy H. It's 4:12 a.m. for him. Get some sleep, bro. Long live Banks. But yeah, Smokey, that man, Emu. He's a part of the Sith. He is not a Jedi. Our boy Luffy and Zoro, that's the Jedi right there. That's the Jedi. Then we got the one and only Dawn of Ascension. Mwah. Mwah. Half moon people equals Wano. No, it disappeared. Half moon people equals Wano slash moon people equals Lunarians. Oh, and I'm pretty sure this is what Smokey super chatted earlier with the 20. He said, read later, the second world sentences the people half the moon saw a dream, gotta be the Lunarians. Is that what you were saying? Is that what you were saying pretty much, Smokey? Because guys, think about it. The people of Wano, they have a half moon, the moon crest, right? So we always believed that that the Lunarians are from the moon because Luna is moon, so Lunarian, moon people. The Lunarians are from the moon, but then Wano seems to be like this group of people that just really like a half moon crest. You guys know what I'm talking about. Guys, this is going to be too much to break down. This chapter just has way too much. Moon people, half moon people, a mermaid princess, a robot like Emeth, a creature with ears, a winged demon, Nika and Joy Boy fighting, a whole ship, a Noah's Ark, a first world, second world. Dude, this is just too much. This is one of those chapters where it's going to take like a good week or two to truly like crack, like nail it down. You guys remember this, man? The moon tattoo. The moon tattoo of Wano. Is that the Wano people? When they say half moon? The people of the half moon saw a dream. The Wano people? Because maybe the half moon people is the Kazukis. Because the Kazukis are from Wano. And it's presumed, or we presume, that the Kazukis were the ones that carved the poneglyphs. Did the Kazukis have a dream which inspired them to draw and write on the poneglyphs? The people of the half moon saw a dream. The people of the moon saw a dream. And my question, was it the same dream? There's so, bro, this is too much. This is the one time bro, chat, hold on. Never in my life of reading One Piece have I felt so overwhelmed. There's just too much. Like, I truly cannot believe I'm saying this. I never thought in a million years that I would say this. There's just too much. It's like theory overload, information overload. There's just too much. 3 worlds, a whole mural, a mermaid princess, Emeth robot, creature with ears, a dream. Moon people, half moon people, falling to desire. This is just too much. Like, every detail brings more questions. Like, for an example, the people of the half moon saw a dream. The people of the moon saw a dream. Question number 1, who is the half moon people? Question number 2, who is the full moon people? Question number 3, what are their dreams? Question number 4, are they having the same dream? Like, just because the people of the half moon have a dream and the people of the moon have a dream, that doesn't mean that it's the same dream. Dude, this I am just, I'm at a loss for, I'm broken, chat. You guys know the sound of like a Windows PC just shutting down? That's my brain right now. It's just information overload. I don't even know how to respond to the chat in the super chats. Like Dawn of Ascension, I don't even know how to respond to you. Thank you for the super chat. My brain's overloaded. The next super chat from Dawn of Ascension. Thank you so much, Dawn of Ascension. Mwah, God bless you. She says, mermaid princess, Poseidon with sea kings, creature with strange ears, sea animal, I forgot that's pulling Pluton theory by another OP creator. Emeth powers, ancient energy like Mother Flame. I don't even know. It's like, I don't even... I'm so uncomfortable right now. Because you guys know, when I approach theories, when I approach chapters, I gotta be cautious. I don't want to jump to conclusions. The moment you jump to conclusions and you forget one variable, your whole theory's wrong. This truly, like, I'm brain fried. Vincent, my brain is a fried egg. Then we have this whole riddle. Oda is literally just telling us, hey, riddle me this, riddle me this. Half moon people, dreams, desires, overtaken by desire, touched by forbidden sun. Sun god appears, deity of earth is enraged. How am I supposed... Bro. Like, Dawn of Ascension, I'm so sorry. I legit don't even know how to respond. Because every single thing, every detail about this chapter brings more questions. Like, creature with ears. What the hell is Oda talking about? Strange creature with ears. Sea animal forgot that's pulling Pluton. So are you saying that one of the ancient weapons helps another ancient weapon? A creature with strange ears would be an ancient weapon and it pulls Pluton, which is another ancient weapon? E-myth powers ancient energy like Mother Flame, Uranus. I don't even know. But I hope chat was able to take something from Dawn of Ascension super chat. Thank you so much, Dawn of Ascension. Then we have a 5 from our boy Smokey. He says, I can't wait to discuss the chapter. My brain is overloaded. It is. Like, what do I say? Like, we're gonna need some real time to digest this. It's going to take time to digest this chapter. Thank you so much, young Smokey. God bless you, brother. Smokey says, okay, I know we read that one, actually. Oh, wait, did he super chat twice? I think it just popped up twice. Oh, no, he did super chat twice. Thank you again, Smokey. This chapter is for the people who love lore. 10 out of 10, bro. Debate. No debate. My brain is overloaded. Yeah, my brain is fried right now, chat. My brain is fried. Thank you so much, Smokey. And then we got L with the 2. He said, and we still ain't getting a new Evil Theory video. You know what? Hey, don't jump to conclusions, L. This might be the straw that broke the camel's back, okay? This might be the straw that breaks the camel's back. Maybe, like, you know what's going to happen, bro? It's going to be like 3:30, 4 a.m. Like, my girl's going to be asleep. My family's going to be asleep. I'm going to be alone. I'm not going to be DMing anybody. And it's going to be the usual thing. You guys want to know my sauce? You guys want to know my sauce? You guys want to know how, like, my next video is going to go down? It's going to go down just like all my other videos. You guys want to know some behind the scenes? Who wants to know? I'm not going to tell you guys if you guys don't want to know. You guys want to know what's, like, running through my mind? You guys want to know what my environment's like when I'm cooking? You're going to bust out that lotion? Bro, I am not busting out lotion, bro. Hell nah. Hell nah. Look, bro, you know what's going to happen, chat? You know what's going to happen? Girl's going to be asleep. My girl's going to be asleep. Gonna be people in my house asleep, all quiet. It's going to be like 3 a.m., like 3:10, 3:15. I had a good dinner already. And I just have some, like, background music off YouTube. And I'm just reading. I'm just reading, like, what does he mean? I'm inserting this character there. I'm swapping it. I'm inserting this character. I'm thinking about this certain event in One Piece. I'm thinking about, could this be a parallel? Is this an inversion? I'm running through everything in my mind. I'm in the zone. I'm in the flow state. And just boom. It just flashes in my mind. And I've done this before. No lie. It just clicks. And it flashes in my mind. And I just get hyped. And I start running around my room. And I'm like, yo, I figured it out. I need to write this down immediately and then craft a whole video into it. That's the sauce right there. That's the sauce. And that's what's going to happen. I'm going to have to be looking at this for like a good an hour and a half, 2 hours, just in dead silence. Nobody messing with me, just in the flow state. Cause this is too much. You know, with this one chapter, you could probably with this chapter make like 6, 7 different theories. It's just too much. There's just too much going on. There's too much going on with this chapter. It's just too much. You know? And we got Smokey with the 5. Thank you, brother. Smokey says, chat, I had to smoke a blunt to digest this chapter. Aye, Smokey. Hey, Smokey, name checks out. I'll give you that. Thank you so much, young Smokey. God bless you, brother. Thank you, brother. And we'll open up the Q&A soon, guys. Meme break? Let the brain rest? Hey, I'm down for it. Thank you so much for the 7, Simon. Thank you so much. God bless you, Simon. All right, guys, this is what we're going to do. Chat, this is what we're gonna do, okay? Guys, thank you to everyone that was super chatting memberships. Thank you all, guys. This is what we're gonna do, okay? Might be going through a divorce soon. Amuni, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry to hear that, brother. I'll make sure that I have some prayers for you, your girl and your child, bro. I'll make sure to pray and ask for Christ to take care of your family, to repair any friction that's going on, bro. I'll ask for the saints' intercession, Mary's intercession. I hope it goes good, Amuni. I'll keep you in my prayers, bro. Guys, this is what we're gonna do, okay? This is what we're going to do. You guys are gonna be able to talk to me through voice chat right now on stream, okay? In order for you guys to do that, join my Discord server, and there's a voice channel right here called Backstage, okay? Join my Discord server, enter the voice channel called Backstage, and just wait. And what I'll do is right now we're going to move into the next section of the stream, the open Q&A. I'm going to hop into this live stream voice channel, and I'm going to pull in people one by one, and you guys are going to tell me your One Piece theory. Tell me how you feel about the chapter. Give a hot take. Tell us something that we can actually speak on. Give us some actual, you know, opinions, some actual theories, something we can conversate about on stream, okay? So again, join the Discord server, have a working microphone, enter the Backstage voice channel, and just wait there, and I'll pull you guys in one by one, okay? Try to keep your questions, try to keep your theories, try to keep your hot takes and stuff like that, guys. Try to keep it towards the spoilers. Just like Dawn of Ascension said, please keep it to this chapter, guys. Try not to derail. I know we like to talk about other things and talk about other subjects, you know, that's what we do here, but let's try at least to stay on topic, okay, guys? So I wanted to pull up some memes from Simon earlier, because this man Simon, let's pull up the memes. For those of you that were not here at the beginning of the stream, I'm gonna pull up the memes that Simon made earlier today, okay? How evil was moving last stream, okay? Let's see what this meme's about. How evil was moving last stream. I do not support that message. Yes, I do. No, I don't. Yes, I do. Good meme from Mr. Round of applause for Mr. Simon. Now this one, guys. This right here. This meme right here is hands down the greatest meme anyone has ever made for this community and myself. This is hands down my favorite meme I've ever seen. Shout out to Simon. He posted this in our Discord. Let's check it out, guys. Every evil stream be like Eddie preaching the Bible and cooking up theories of stream while having an uneven stash and trying not to bring it up. Or Eddie preaching the Bible and cooking up theories with stream while having an uneven stash and trying not to bring up the Jews / H-Dog. Smokey donating so much money he could be evil's sugar daddy. King J always cooking in the stream. Simon and L making memes. Yeah! Let's go! Look. We got King J, Smokey, OP Fanatic, myself, yours truly, L, and Simon. Bro, look at the amount of people here. Hold on, we got to go through them all. The whole squad. Look, we got Sway Shocks being a good mod. Johan cooking theories. Lucas yapping about his martial arts. Lucas yapping about his martial arts. Greg cooking theories. Don supporting evil. Amuni joining the Discord calls. Blackbeard. Oh no, where'd he go? Bro, why did I do that? Blackbeard propagandist pushing Blackbeard agenda. Vincent being a real one. Viswa always showing up. Macau always being a real one. Pokemon Red gooning over Robin. Pokemon Red gooning over Robin. Karu cooking. Elle and Simon in a battle for the best meme. Everyone enjoying the stream. Let's go. Let's go. Lone Sigma trolling. Let's go. Yo, what an amazing meme. That is, bro, that's a W from me, bro. Fire emoji, W emoji. What an amazing meme, bro. Everyone had a cameo. Like, oh, we gotta add Jinmarks. Jinmarks has been supporting the stream for a long time. If you ever make more memes, Simon, that was absolutely amazing. If you ever make more, you gotta add all those people and then do Jinmarks, which, by the way, that would probably take a long time. Simon, I'm impressed you put that much effort into a meme. Like, that's insane. You gotta add Jinmarks. She's been supporting the stream for a while. Thank you so much, Simon. That was absolutely stellar. Yo, guys, which one did you like more? Did you guys like this one more? Meme number 1 or meme number 2? Which one you guys like more? We gotta get Pakes in there, man. See, bro, the thing is, we have so many legends in this community that the list is so long. The list is so long. Karu, Vincent, Jinmarks, Pakes, L, Smokey, Dawn. There's just so many people. Baba Yaga. Don't get how trolling, just showing my appreciation to the GOAT. Come on, Sigma. You know you're a troll. Sigma, you're a troll, bro. You're a troll. You're a top tier troll, brother. Smokey with the $50 super chat. When I grew up, I always knew I'd be a sugar daddy. Yo, listen, you are not my sugar daddy. You are not my daddy, okay? Okay, let's get that straight, Smokey. You are not the sugar daddy here, okay? You are not the sugar daddy. Thank you so much, Smokey. $50 super chat. $50 super chat. Thank you so much, Smokey. You've been going berserk bonkers with the super chats today, bro. You dropped a $100 super chat. You dropped so many 20s. You dropped a 50. Young Smokey, God bless you. Thank you so much. Thank you times 10 million, Smokey. Thank you, brother. I greatly appreciate it. And we got Young Smokey. See, another super chat. $10 super from the boy Smokey. Special shout out to Simon. Those memes are amazing. Yeah, guys, can we get a W, Simon? Can we just take a second, guys? Can we get like a salute to Simon in chat? Can we just get some spam Wyman, spam 07, spam W, spam fire emoji? Let's just show some appreciation, guys, to Simon. This dude has been making the funniest memes for weeks now. Like, this guy has made so many memes and they're actually hilarious. This guy actually put so much effort. Bro, I can't imagine how long this would have taken to make. He actually put thought into it and there's like 20 people in here. Shout out to the man Simon, bro. You're a legend. L, you were the theory king, brother. L, you gotta fight for the throne. See, it's throne wars. L versus Simon. But I'm sorry, right now, Simon's taking the cake. Then we got Real Blackbeard Propagandist with the $2 super chat. Thank you, brother. God bless you. He says, nah, bro, I came back maybe 10 minutes ago. What did I miss? And then he turns around and gifts 10 gifted memberships. Thank you so much, Blackbeard Propagandist, aka Door Handle. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. 10 gifted memberships. Shout out to Devin, Lloyd, PSG, Zonard, Anime All Day, Hefty Panda, Mike, Mihawk the Goat, Skater, Matilda. Shout out to everyone who got gifted a membership. If you are here in chat and you got gifted a membership from this recent gifted of 10 from Real Blackbeard Propagandist, you better thank him. You better say thank you. You better at him and say thank you, Blackbeard Propagandist. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. You came back at the right time, though. You got to see the memes. And we got Rashad with the 5. Thank you, brother. God bless you, man. W memes. Those memes are hilarious, man. These memes from even L. You know, L's been doing a lot of memes. But right now, there can only be one king. And Simon is that king right now. Simon is that king with the most hilarious memes. Shout out to the man, Simon. Shout out to the man, Simon. And finally, we have a $2 super chat from the boy L. He says, nah, Smokey is your sugar poppy. L, God bless you, brother. Thank you so much for super chatting. Thank you for supporting. I don't know, man, guys. Is Smokey the sugar daddy here? Is he my sugar daddy? Because we gotta have a major pause on that. Timeout, flag on the play. Hey, I don't have a sugar daddy. I got a sugar mama. I got a sugar mama. Her name's Dawn of Ascension. That's my sugar mommy. She gives me all the sugar in the world. She's the sweetest. Her sugar is chef's kiss, the sweetest. Eli says he also knows and remembers the community. It's rather touching. Yeah, he does. This man, Simon, remembers everyone. He's your sugar brother. Yeah, he donates $100 every stream. Hey, young Smokey is, I don't know. I guess he's the king of super chats. He's the super chat king. And I don't even, it's not even close. But he's also a brother in Christ. Smokey is an amazing friend. He's a hilarious guy. He cooks theories with us. Smokey is an absolute legend in the stream. L as well. It's just so hard for me to label and like name, you know, like the greatest people in the community because there's just so many. You guys have been here supporting for so long. Dawn of Ascension, L, Smokey, so many of you. Jordan, Johan, Jin Marks, Pokemon Red. It's so hard to only list like one or two because then I want to name like another 20 people, you know? We have long time supporters. It's a family here. And look at this man, Smokey. You just don't stop, huh? Smokey, you just don't stop. Another $100 super chat. Another one. Really, another one. As if multiple 20s, a 50, 100, you're going with another 100. Bro, this man Smokey, bro. This man Smokey's untouched. Young Smokey, brother, thank you, man. God bless you, Smokey. Thank you times 10 million. Saint Eddie D. Charlos Morley III. I'm okay being behind Dawn, no worries. Yeah, I'm sorry. I gotta be biased. Dawn of Ascension, that's number one. That's the supreme authority. That's the supreme ruler. No one can surpass Dawn of Ascension. See, she gets a special spot. Okay, if you know, you know. If you don't, then I guess you don't. But she gets a special role. But beyond her, of course, you know, it's hard to list because there's just so many legends. Smokey, thank you so much, brother, man. Gigantic super chats today, brother. Thank you so much, man. Thank you, Smokey. I truly wish, Smokey, I could put it into words, man. Then we got our boy Rashad. Where did it go? Where did our boy Rashad go? How come it won't let me highlight? Where's Rashad's super chat? We got one from Rashad. Big Rashad with the 10. Thank you, brother. Rashad says, wait till I start hitting my parlays every week. It's a wrap for Smokey. Hey, I pray for the best for you, Rashad. I hope for the best, Rashad. I hope God protects you and gives you lots of abundance. Don't abuse it. Don't abuse it. If he blesses you with abundance, don't abuse it, okay? Try to make the world a better place. Of course, take care of your family. Rashad, I'm sure I'm preaching to the choir. I'm sure you know all this. But, you know, sometimes you need a brother in arms to remind you, okay? When you get blessed, make sure you take care of your peoples, bro. Thank you so much, Rashad. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother. And Smokey, thank you so much. L, thank you so much. Everyone, real Blackbeard propagandist, Simon, of course, super chats and memes. Dawn of Ascension with super chats and support. Everyone just even in the chat. Thank you all. Even if you look, guys, in case it's not obvious, man, because I feel like I have to say this. I feel like some people they forget that. Listen. Whether you super chat, gift memberships or not, chat, I love you guys truly. I pray for you. I keep you guys in my heart. I keep you guys in my thoughts. I truly love you guys. You guys, when you like the stream, when you guys like the stream, I love you even extra. When you guys are subscribing, your new subscribers here, when you guys are hitting the notification bell, I greatly appreciate you guys. I never want anyone here to feel like they're unheard or they're ignored or anything like that just because they don't super chat, okay? Guys, don't get too caught up in that. When you super chat, that's you going above and beyond, you know? Smokey, L, Simon, Dawn, real Blackbeard propagandist. These are the ones just going above and beyond. But those of you in chat that are here, just chopping it up and just dropping theories and sharing memes and laughing and all that, you guys are just as appreciated. Love you guys just as much, all right? We're almost at 120. All right, guys, we got to get 120, man. We got to hit 120 likes, all right? 120 likes. That's our goal. That's our goal, guys. 120. I appreciate you, Stan. You've been supporting the channel for a very long time. Real Blackbeard propaganda says, "Evil, is this chapter worth reading?" You know I love my propaganda, bro. Of course. This chapter, hey, Real Blackbeard propagandist. I'm not entirely sure if you're like knee deep in theories. Like you do kind of spit a theory every now and then, but real Blackbeard propagandist, this chapter right here, it just goes above and beyond theory crafting. Like I legitimately think and believe that when it comes to all of the details, just in the mural alone, it's gonna take so much time to digest. Like there's no way someone is gonna cook a full-fledged theory in like 30 minutes, you know, of reading the chapter. Dude, you're gonna need like a week, bro. You're gonna need a week, 2 weeks, a month to digest all of this. We have this mention of 3 worlds. We have a whole mural of a fight, and then there's a million things in the fight. There's an arc. There's a creature with strange ears. There's an E-myth robot. Dude, there is just so much content. It is out of this world. And I was saying earlier, I'm sorry, guys. I wish I could talk more about the spoilers. It's just information overload. Because whenever I see a detail in spoilers or in the chapter, I have more questions. But then this chapter has a million details. So I have a million questions. Like, as I said earlier, this chapter mentions the people of the half moon saw a dream. So the question is, who are the people of the half moon? And then it says the people of the moon saw a dream. So the question is, who are the people of the moon? Then I ask, okay, well, what is the half moon people's dream? What is the full people or the full moon people's dream? Is it the same dream? So you see how within 2 sentences, 2 lines, I already have like 5 questions. This chapter is just beyond packed with information. I definitely think though, guys, we're gonna have to meditate on the first world, second world, and third world. I definitely believe that every sentence here is Oda essentially building what is basically the storyline of One Piece, you know, like the creation of the One Piece world all the way into modern day One Piece society. Like I think every sentence here is referencing something. So when it says the sun god appeared, it's referencing the very first time Nika was shown, you know? Then when it says the deity of earth is enraged, it's referencing how back in Nolan's flashback in the Skypiea arc, they talked about an earth god. Then the serpent of hell is referencing something else. Emptiness there is breath, that's referencing something. When I see the in emptiness there is breath, I think of Zoro with his breathing techniques. Think of Zoro versus Daz Bones in Alabasta. I think of that. So I think, you know, every single sentence, every single line here in these 3 worlds is referencing something that pretty much when you look at it in its full scope, all of these details, it shows you the story of One Piece. That's what I think. Let's see. I know Pokemon Red, he commented. Where'd it go? Pokemon Red says, appreciate that, because as a grad student, I got $250 in my bank account until the first. Hey, man, it could be a struggle, bro. I know it's a struggle in university. It's a struggle in college, brother. But hey, Eli, you'll make it through, man. You're gonna make it through. You've already shown me a lot of your experiments. You've told me a lot about how college has been going for you so far, and it seems like you're doing stellar, Eli. Just keep your head up, bro. Just keep persevering, man. Just make it through. Just persevere it. Just bite the bullet, make it through, and you're gonna have a beautiful career in something that you're actually fascinated by. It's gonna pay you well. You'll be able to take care of yourself and your family, and this is gonna be a big move for you. It's gonna be a huge reward, a huge earning for your life, bro. Just stick it out. Let's see. Anime Land says, I'm not sure why, but the text remind me of Bink Sake. One of the lines in the first verse, or I'm sorry, in the final verse, has to do with never meeting again. Yeah, that's interesting. Never meeting again. Together with the serpent of hell flame, they engulfed the world with death and darkness. So you know what's interesting? The sun god appeared. The deity of earth appeared. Okay, so there's two deities, okay? The sun god appeared. The deity of earth appeared. Okay, so two. Together with the serpent of hell flame. Now, I'm not sure if that is necessarily a separate entity, but it is interesting because together with the serpent of hell flame, they engulf the world with death and darkness. They can't be met again. What are they referencing when they say they can't be met again? Is it talking about the sun god and earth god? Is it talking about the sun god and earth god and serpent? Is it talking about death and darkness? What do you guys think it's referencing when it says they can't be met again? Because it seems a bit unclear. What do you guys think? I don't. Vincent says, I don't think even Batman can crack this code, Smokey. Dawn of Ascension says, I still can't believe Oda wrote a whole riddle for us. Yeah, this is literally, bro, this is literally a full-fledged riddle. It's 3 riddles. Bro, you can't even say this is a riddle. It's 3 riddles. This serpent can't be met again. He appeared, they are enraged together with the serpent. All specifics. Honestly, where'd it go? Honestly, my mind is fried after reading those spoilers. I watched your One Piece vids back in 2012. Those were the good old... Okay, I wasn't making videos in 2012, but I was making videos in 2020. Give or take. Somewhere around then. Roro says he sent me a friend request. He's not good with Discord. I'll accept your friend request, but guys, we're gonna start the Q&A soon, okay? Again, if those of you have not heard, by the way, mods, do me a favor, mods. Do me a favor, mods. Mods in the stream chat, I need you guys to make an invite link to the Discord and post it into the stream chat so I can pin it. Mods, please do me a favor. Or do me that favor. Guys, again, if you're new here, how it's gonna work is have a working microphone and then join my Discord server. We'll have the Discord pinned in a moment. Join the Discord server, and you're gonna see on my Discord server there's a voice channel called Backstage, okay? Hop into the Backstage voice channel and just wait. Just wait until I'm ready, and I'm gonna pull you guys in one by one so you could share your theories on stream, okay? Have a working microphone, please. When you guys share your theories or you guys share your hot takes or whatever it is that you guys want to share on stream, please make it about this chapter, guys. Please make it about 1138, okay? Please don't ask me about the Jews. Don't ask me about what I think about biblical slavery. Please keep it about One Piece chapter 1138 spoilers, okay? And we're gonna try something new this time, okay? Because the past few streams we've done the Q&A, we've done the open mic, but what we were doing is we had like 6 people in the voice channel, and you know it got a little chaotic. So I want to try a different format. What we're gonna do is we're gonna give like maybe like 10 or 15 minutes per person to talk to me one-on-one on stream right now, okay? So I'll give Smokey was there first, so I'll give Smokey 10 or 15 minutes. Then we'll rotate to Damon Deuce. I'll give him 10 or 15 minutes. Then we'll rotate to someone else that wants to join on stream. We'll give each person, give or take 10, 15 minutes to say their piece while we go back and forth on stream, okay, guys? L says if I go in there, I'm talking about Jews. All right, L. All right, L. All right. First up, Mr. Smokey. First up, Mr. Smokey. The echo. Yo, where's that boy Smokey?
Yo, what's up?
What's good, bro?
You hear me?
I hear you
What's
just
up,
fine.
my brother?
What's good, brother? How we feeling about this chapter, man?
Yo, man. This chapter is insane, brother. I cannot why my mind is completely fried.
This is just a theory chapter.
Exactly. This was cooked up for you. Oda decided to write this chapter for you.
I don't know, man. This might this might be too much for me to handle. It's just Oda just threw me he threw me in an encyclopedia and he's like, here, read this.
So okay. The fourth sentence of the second world verse, where it says the people of the half moon saw the dream, could that be the Lunarians? And could the originals have been the people that NL met on the moon? You get what I'm saying? The actual moon people being the full moon people and the Lunarians being half.
That's interesting. That's interesting. So to answer your question, yes, it could be that. But like if you asked me like what I really felt, I would fall more in line with the people of the half moon being the Kazukis, people of Wano, because we know that they love using this half moon kind of crest. Where,
Yeah.
oh, you know what? Something just occurred to me. People of the half moon, doesn't a D look like a half moon? That just now occurred to me.
Luffy's scar. His scar under his eye does kind of look like a crescent moon. It's upside down like a smiley face, but similar. And it's got the slashes that go through it.
Eli said it at the exact same time. I like the clan or the D clan being the half moon people, but yeah, you do raise a good point with Luffy Scar. Let me ask you, what do you think about the D clan being the people of the half moon, but then the people of the moon is Lunarians because Luna's moon, Lunarians, moon people?
Yeah. That would be a great way for Oda to incorporate the phases of the moon. You know, you got the full moon, you got the half crescent, you got the waxing gibbous, all that. So I think it would make sense. I think it's very plausible. Like, I definitely believe that the half moon part of that passage either refers to the Lunarians or the Will of D. Since you brought up the D, and I brought up Luffy's scar under his eyes, you know, kind of like an upside down crescent moon, since it's under his eyes, kind of like a smile, and it's got the marks through it. So, I agree.
So I want to ask you, Smokey, share this with the stream. What is I know this is going to be a very difficult question, but what detail of this chapter sticks out to you the most, if you had to be very specific?
The Serpent of Hell and Flame. It's got to be the Skypiea serpent, or it's got to be Emu. Either one. I don't think it's a no-choice fallacy. I think there's one correct answer.
Serpent of Hellflame.
But like I was saying to you, brother, my brain is absolutely overloaded. So those are the only two answers I could come up with.
So when I think of Hellflame, I think of Lunarian flames. Could there have been an origin to the Lunarians that was a serpent? He was the Serpent of Hellflames and this was passed down?
Could the Serpent of Flame or Emu and the Lunarians have gotten those flames from the Mother Flame?
Ooh, Mother Flame. Mother
So
Flame. I didn't even. Bro, there's so much fire representation in One Piece.
exactly, we could talk about Ace. We could talk about the Marimar no Mi. We could talk about Akainu. We could talk about the Magna fruit. We could talk about Luffy and his Red Rock. There's so many references to the sun, and that's even beyond attacks.
I'll pass you an alley oop with this one, okay? The first line in the third world, it says, "In chaos, there is void." I was thinking Blackbeard is a character of chaos, and his devil fruit, the Yami Yami no Mi, is known to be a void. What are your thoughts on that?
Black hole, Kurozu, as he says. Ha ha ha. He is the void. He is the darkness. So I can't refute that. Anything with void and darkness, I immediately think of Blackbeard, and outside of Blackbeard, I think of Emu.
And to follow that up, it says the troubled shadow remembers. Could this be implying that the Yami Yami no Mi is actually a mythical Zoan?
I still think there's a very good chance. And before I go through with that, I just want to say we have been taking so many wins, and by wins I mean us as a community, but more importantly you. The Blackbeard is Cerebus theory is dead. And in my opinion, the Shanks is a rat theory is dead. I do not believe that is Shanks in 907. Oda is going to have to do mental gymnastics if he's going to do that for it to
Yeah.
make sense to me. So,
Yeah.
just off that, I absolutely that prophecy absolutely could be dealing with Blackbeard, Emu, Zebek, Luffy. There's a couple key players, and I only say Zebek because he was the embodiment of darkness. Because a lot of us theorize that the Yami no Mi's previous user was Zebek. I don't know if you actually believe that, but I've heard that theory so many times. So it makes sense. Because the Second World War could have been God Valley. It could have been between what happened between the Celestials, the rocks, and et cetera, et cetera. The First World could have been the Void Century. That's the way I'm looking at it right now. However, it could change.
That is interesting. I want to point out really quick, John Smith with the 2. Thank you so much, brother. I'm glad to see you here. Blackbeard propagandist, we will get to you in a moment. Smokey, I also want to share with you so you could let me know what your thoughts are. I also considered in chaos there is void, the troubled shadow remembers. What if the another proper interpretation is in chaos, meaning the chaos of the world, there is void, which is, as you said, Emu. The troubled shadow remembers, which is referencing Emu, this troubled shadow, this troubled figure that hides in the shadows of the world, waiting for the promised day of Nika's return. Could that be an interpretation? What are your thoughts on
Okay,
that?
so I'll give you a question for a question, considering you used to do theory for theory videos or streams with someone. So, what was the question again? The chaos and in chaos there is a void. So for me, in my brain right now, I'm thinking Blackbeard. Now the troubled shadow. What if Emu has some sort of power? Even if it's a yokai or a devil fruit, I don't want to tie it down to Emu being one power. But what if Emu was a shadow of Zebek? What if Emu took something from Sebek back then before he erased him from the world for committing too many taboos? What if he took a devil fruit, or what if he took his hockey, his power? What if he siphoned him in some way? That's what I'm thinking.
Chat, let me know what you guys think as well. I mean, that's possible. It's probable. I mean, there's nothing in my mind that stops that, you know? So I'm just trying to think of proofs that would bolster that.
Exactly. The way I all right, so this is just me right now. The way I see Emu could be tied in with Void. He could be tied in with Shadows, and Blackbeard could be tied in with Void or Zebek, as a lot of people have been theorizing. He had the Yami Yami no Mi back then. So what if you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely think in the third Void, Oda is referencing characters that we know. I definitely believe that.
Now, my next question. We see how earlier in the spoilers they mention. Well, actually, we'll pass on that. How about this? Apparently, there's more spoilers going on right now. So how about we read the new spoilers with you in the voice
I've
chat?
been seeing that. I've been seeing that. Yeah.
So where
I've
are
been seeing
they?
there's been a couple of expansions and stuff.
OP Fanatic, where are they at? Because is this a theory or is this a? I think this is a theory. Yo, people are already cooking theories based off the long summary. That's crazy. My Discord.
I do like that first picture that Buggy guy put up of the Garden of Eden and devil fruits being on the trees of Garden of Eden. I can get down with that. That would be good, biblical.
All right, Smokey.
And you said this. No. You've said this before. And I think you've said this many times that Emu could be tied into the serpent of the Garden of Eden. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Because that's Lucifer.
Exactly.
All right, let's read these new spoilers together. All right, and I'll give you another few minutes, and then we'll rotate into Damon. Then we'll rotate into Olympus. But you're gonna be able to read this with me, fresh off the plate, bro.
Okie dokie.
And I want to see your thoughts. So, new spoilers. It says, do you want another WTF moment? In the picture of the second world where Emu, demon form. Okay, so he's saying it's Emu. The leakers are saying it's Emu. In the picture of the second world where Emu, demon form, fights against Joy Boy, we see an X on Emu's upper body, which Robin mentioned in chapter 1130. The symbol must have something to do with Emu. The sun god appeared. We see the sun god looks similar to current Emu getting out of the Maxim, the big machine that NL flew in, which is why the earth god, a dragon demon, and the hellfire serpent attack this Maxim with fire and bring darkness over the world. So that actually didn't even occur to me, Smokey. When we're reading this riddle of first world, second world, third world, we're actually going to see the drawings of them?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
bro.
It seems like the panels expand a lot further than my brain can even comprehend at this time. But the X's on the X, that is crazy. Because Luffy used that X as a symbol of friendship. That would be an amazing inversion of the original X, which is on Emu.
Exactly. Now, just going beyond, I don't know what this pinging is on my stream, guys. If you hear this ping over and over, I don't know why it's doing that. What was I saying? Oh, so when we talk about the friendship mark between the Straw Hats and Vivi using the X, I'm not entirely sure. I'm not entirely sure what is the deeper implication to Emu having an X, because I just like you, I instantly thought of Emu being an inversion to the Straw Hats using their X with Vivi. I thought of that inversion, but I'm also thinking, like, what's the deeper implication here? Like, why? Why are they doing that?
That's a really good question. And also, I just want to go ahead and expand on something that OP Fanatic just dropped. All right, so it says, the sun god appeared. We see the sun god looks similar to current Emu getting out of the Maxim, which is why the earth god, a dragon demon, and the hellfire serpent attack. Okay, basically everything you just said. Forgive me. Forget what I just said.
It's all good. But even that is like a lot to take in. Apparently the earth god is a dragon demon. I see, when I thought of earth god, I never thought of a dragon.
Oh no, not real Blackbeard propaganda saying I'm using a fake Southern accent. No, this is authentic VP. This is upfront, in live, in color.
It's an authentic Southern accent, okay?
But what were you saying? It kind of cut out. I couldn't kind of hear you.
Yeah, so my last thing before we rotate into Damon, and then maybe we could come back to you after. I never really thought of the Earth God being a dragon. That seems like a kind of strange curveball. Yeah, Yeah, but like Earth God, like I never pictured that. When I thought of Earth God, I thought of Pluton.
That's that's a good thing to think
What about
about.
you? Did that catch you by surprise to see the Earth God being a dragon?
Yeah, it completely caught me by surprise. Because if there was an earth god of like the air or the sky, I figured that would have been a dragon. Because dragons symbolically are usually connected with the sky.
Right.
So that caught me completely. To be honest, my friend, a lot of this chapter caught me a lot by complete surprise. But I will tell you, past 2 to 3 chapters, we've been as a community, and especially you, we've been taking a lot of W's. Number one, Shanks is not a rat. I refuse to believe that Shanks the 907. Number two, Blackbeard is not a Cerebus. So he could very well be a Davy Jones man. And then we've also taken a couple other L's. The fact that the world had been destroyed several times before, we've said that. We also said that, no, I can't think of another one. But what I will say this is, I do think the ancient weapons are in this somewhere. I can't exactly pick a sentence yet, but I definitely think the ancient weapons are in here.
I agree,
And
brother.
obviously, the prophecy mentions the meeting of the two sovereigns. So whoever was Poseidon back then, and Joy Boy.
It's a good point. All right, it's been good hearing you out. We're gonna rotate into Damon, then we're gonna rotate into Olympus, and if there's no one else that's waiting backstage, we'll pull you back in for some more comments, bro. I'll let you go and marinate. Let these spoilers sink into your mind, and I'm sure Al's waiting for you to light up another one. Maybe that'll get your brain going. But appreciate you hearing me out, and again, thank you for the supers, bro.
No, I appreciate you having me in here. And like I said, I like this format. I think it's a good thing because other creators, they have discussions, but they have the same people in all the time, which is okay, but like let the chat in, you know what I mean? So when I told you a few days ago or yesterday that I believe that you're doing something that most people don't do very often, that's what's up. And
I
also,
appreciate it.
nobody can say Threeville does not read his chat. You don't have to super chat; he reads it. I know that for a fact.
Thank you for the cosign. Appreciate that. It's the greatest compliment you could give, saying that I don't ignore chat.
Exactly.
But
Although I would ignore L. He seems to cause you frustration. You might have gray hair. You know,
bro,
this guy is sitting in the chat stream ready to derail.
yeah, man, it's Al's
Oh,
gonna give
by
me
the
gray
way,
hairs.
Nani, the guy you welcomed into your Discord chat just posted. The Raws will be out in less than 7 hours.
I know you guys are waiting for the Raws on that mural. Smokey, one last question: are you gonna be looking at the Raws?
Hell yeah, I gotta see that mural. I can't wait. I can't wait for this.
That's gonna be the best part of the chapter.
Exactly.
All right, brother, I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate your thoughts. Maybe we could rotate you back in.
No problem. I'll hang around if that's what you want to do. But also tell the other people I said what's up. Give them my love. You know what I mean? I enjoyed this channel. I got a lot of friends that like One Piece, but I don't have a lot of friends that are caught up. That's the problem.
We got to get our friends to catch up. Speed read.
Exactly.
All right, brother. I'll catch you soon.
Take care, my friend.
All right, guys. This man Smokey, always cooking. Always cooking. Let's catch up on the supers real quick. Catch up on the supers. Of course, we had John Smith with the 2. Thank you, brother. Real Blackbeard Propagandist with the 5. God bless you, brother. Thank you. Real Blackbeard Propagandist says, what did he say? Is this enough for a passionate theory video somewhere, Papa? I missed a lot with everything. On top of Smokey, if he stumped W2F, you gotta chef it up. Hey, you know what? I'm telling you, this might be a chapter that officially breaks the camel's back. And you know, we gotta drop a video one time for the one time, because this chapter is just, the amount of information within this mural is just astronomical. Again, we see how apparently there's a mermaid. There is a robot that looks like Emyth, a strange creature with big ears. We have 3 huge riddles that we're supposed to be interpreting. And then the riddles in themselves have so much information. This might be the one that sets us off and brings back the videos, man. I'll keep you guys posted. Of course, guys, we're going to be live anyways. Most likely tomorrow the chapter will drop. We'll keep chefing it up. We'll keep cooking, keep figuring stuff out. I'll keep deep diving into this chapter. And, you know, as I said, guys, it might, like, there's so much in this chapter that I don't think you would read it and just be like, yeah, I totally get it. Like, you're going to have to really, like, think about this, write things down, because there's so many details. And it seems like first world, second world, third world is telling a storyline. We're going to have to write down, like, the details, like sequence of events, write what it's referencing. That way we can see the full picture. You know, a lot of work would have to go into it. But thank you, Blackbeard Propagandist. I appreciate it, brother. Then we have L with the 5. Thank you, brother. God bless. He says, you think the half moon could mean the half night, which is almost dawn? The half moon people are waiting for the sun, the D clan. Yeah, I was speaking on that earlier. Apparently people in chat were already saying that they thought the half moon people was the D clan. I didn't see those messages. There's just so many messages rolling through. I do subscribe to that mainly for now. I think that the half moon people are the D clan people, or as I said earlier, the half moon people could be the Kazukis, given that they helped carve the poneglyphs. Moreover, they love using the moon crest as their symbol, as their crest. So I mainly for now, I'm subscribing to the D clan being the half moon people, but that's just for now. That's what I think. But you do raise an interesting question though, L. Half moon people being like almost to dawn. Maybe there's people that symbolize the night, then there's people that are halfway, then there's people that are dawn. Maybe it's split 3 ways, but I don't know. I kind of lean towards dusk and dawn, you know. That's what I mainly see. It's kind of like 2 groups going head to head, kind of maybe even tying into how we read earlier yesterday, whenever it was, that there's 2 competing ideologies. But that's what I'm thinking, brother. Thank you for the super chat. And we got Blackbeard Propagandist again with the 5. Thank you, brother. Where'd it go? Okay, it's not there. But Real Blackbeard Propagandist said, I have been said that he's related to Davy Jones. I think you're talking about Blackbeard, which is why Blackbeard ain't afraid if he goes to sea and rides a log raft and has backups like Stronger and Augur. Yeah, so I really do like the idea that Davy Jones is the first pirate, making Davy Jones Joy Boy. I don't actually believe that Joy Boy is his name. Like, that's on his birth certificate. I think he has a name. Kind of like how Monkey D. Luffy is his name, but people call him Mugiwara. I think Joy Boy has a name, and it's Davy Jones. So when they pass down the D clan, they're passing it down in honor of Joy Boy, Davy. Right? And then Davy would be for Davy Jones. Moreover, Davy would be like the god form in Hinduism, because Ashura is demons in Hinduism, whereas Davy is gods in Hinduism. So I really do like that concept. Again, Blackbeard being related to Davy Jones, it makes so much sense. We know that Davy Jones made the Davy back fight. It's named after him. It seems like Blackbeard has he has Hachinosu, right? And that's where the Zabek crew is formed. Apparently, like, they were doing Davy back fights there. Like, that's where it originated. It definitely does seem that Blackbeard has some form of a connection to Davy Jones. Now, I don't necessarily know if it's blood or if it's inspiration or if it's a devil fruit. I don't know what the connection exactly would be between Blackbeard and Davy Jones, but I do believe that there's a connection established between them for sure. Thank you so much, Blackbeard Propagandist. We're so behind on super chats, guys. I got to get through them. I'm sorry. Got JR Rider with the 2. Thank you, brother. JR Rider says Half Moon appears in the end of chapter 253 with Wiper. You know what? I'm pretty sure I remember that. And I think also when Zoro was fighting Kuina for their dream, I also think I remember seeing a half moon there. But JR Writer, thank you for the super chat. Let's check out what you're referring to. You said at the end of chapter 253 there's a half moon with Wiper. Let's check it out and see, maybe that could tell us something. Maybe the half moon has something to do with the Skypians, right? Because guys, don't forget, we've done so many videos and so many theories on how the Skypians and all those sky races originate from the moon. You guys remember that? We've done a lot of videos about how NL's trip to the moon with the hieroglyphics tell us a story about how, lacking natural resources, they flew to the blue planet. And we see that the people there are Skypians. I forgot what the 3 races are, but we've been on that agenda for a while. So I'm thinking, let's try to hang on to that. Let's try to remember, guys, NL's cover story on the moon, those hieroglyphics, and try to intertwine that with this new chapter 1138, because I'm sure it'll connect some missing pieces. Maybe if we try to look at this chapter alone, out of context from NL's cover story on the moon, maybe we won't have all the details we need. So let's try to take into account NL's cover story. And guys, it looks like Mr. JR Writer was right. You too, Pearson. I appreciate you being here, brother. Guys, so here's the interesting thing. This last panel of 253 on Skypiea, it says, to the state it was 400 years ago, half of a moon. Remember, maybe this chapter, this whole storyline of these guys returning to the moon, returning to Shandora, maybe this has to do with what we're reading in 1138. If we defeat NL, a mere bag full of Vars will be insignificant, meaning soil from Earth. Let us return to Shandora. Maybe this, like, because you guys know how there's like a lot of arcs or like a lot of events in One Piece that work as a microcosm for the macrocosm of the story. Perhaps like the Skypiea's whole scenario with Shandora being knocked up into the sky and all that, perhaps that has some kind of relation to what we're seeing in 1138. But JR Writer's right. You can see a half moon here. Does the half moon symbolize the Shandorians? Something like that? The Shandians? Thank you for that. And Real Blackbeard Propagandist with another super chat, $2 super chat. Thank you, brother. He says the mural will be the canon version of Skypiea art. Yeah, so technically speaking, NL's cover story with him looking at hieroglyphics on the moon, that is canon, but I do get what you're saying, you know? It's a more fleshed out version of it, you know? What we're about to see in 1138 is far more fleshed out. It's going to be a way bigger mural because it's going to be a double page spread. It's going to be split in half or whatever, a whole big fight. Like, it's going to be far more fleshed out than something like this. No, the one you said was anime only. Are you talking about this? This is manga. This is manga, brother. Or are you referring to something else? Oh, or are you talking about the soldier fighting the snake in the anime of Skypiea? Is that what you're talking about? I think that's what you're referring to. Are you talking about that one where I said it was anime only? Wait, not the Skypiea one. Brother, which one is it? Okay, it was that one. You're saying yes. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what I named it. It was a warrior that had a shield and a sword, and it was fighting a serpent, but it's only in the anime. It's not in the manga. This right here, this, guys. This right here. Have you guys seen this before? Have you guys seen this before? This is anime only, seen in Shandora. Maybe, like what Blackbeard Propagandist is saying, maybe this is canonized with 1138. Maybe Oda went to the animators. Maybe Oda went to the anime and said, hey, I need you guys to add this sculpture for me in Skypiea. I forgot to do it. I couldn't do it. I want to add that to the story. Could you guys do that for me in the anime? Blackbeard Propagandist is thinking that maybe this is going to have something to do with 1138, which is interesting because isn't it telling us in the long summary that Nika is fighting the serpent? Like, is this depicting Nika versus the serpent? We see on one side a great city is attacked by a massive serpent. Maybe that great city is the ancient kingdom, guys. That's another thing to consider. On one side, we see a great city attacked. Maybe that's the ancient kingdom. It's being attacked by a massive serpent emu. Big battle. But the thing is that Nika's fighting against a huge winged demon. So is the huge winged demon a serpent? Maybe it is, maybe it's not. See, there's so many variables that go into these spoilers. It's outrageous. I'm trying to catch up on spoilers, guys, so we can move into the VC, so we could get Damon Deuce in the call. Thank you, Blackbeard Propagandist. Then we got Young Smokey with two $9 super chats, two $10 super chats. I'm going to read them together. Thank you so much, Smokey, for the 20, pretty much. He says, also, don't forget, we still need to figure out how the Buccaneers connect to the prophecy. Maybe they are the Half Moon people. Maybe at one time, humans, fishmen, Buccaneers, and Lunarians were involved in a ritual or a catastrophic event, and the World Serpent or Skypiea Serpent watched along with Emu as observers. So that's definitely something crazy to think about, because this mural, it mentions multiple races, right? It mentions a king, angels, animal. You know what's crazy is it has angels. Angels are canon in One Piece. But then they also, I think it was earlier in the spoilers, they mentioned multiple races, right? But there's a mermaid. Wars between different races. Where's the part where they talk about the different races? Samurai, Lunarians, minks, mermaid princess, sea creatures, angels, robots. So yeah, maybe Eli says angels are Lunarians, but maybe the Buccaneers are one of them. You're onto something, Smokey, because why would Oda show like all these races but not the Buccaneers? It seems that Oda's building up to the concept of the Buccaneers being very important for the overarching plot line. You know? That's definitely something to think about. There's just so much to think about when it comes to these spoilers, you know? The Buccaneers. Where do the Buccaneers fit in this story, Smokey? Where do they fit? In the first world, second world, the mural? Where does it fit in the storyline? Pearson says, I say all those things to say this. I just think every race is in the prophecy. Fishman Island, or I guess, sorry, Fishmen, humans, gods, Buccaneers, and giants, evil, Vincent. Maybe it's a giant butterfly named Emu. Emu's a giant butterfly. That's why Emu loves those butterflies in the garden. But guys, I asked this earlier. I want to ask it again, just in case people change their mind or new people are in the chat. Guys, pay attention to my question, okay? In the spoilers, it says, in the left side of the mural, we can see a big battle. Here we can see Nika or Joy Boy fighting against a huge winged demon that has the sun in its hands. Do you guys believe that this huge winged demon was Emu or is Emu? That this depiction was the battle of Emu versus Nika? Yes or no? In the left side of the mural, we can see a big battle. We can see Nika or Joy Boy fighting against a huge winged demon that has a sun in its hands. Do we believe that demon is Emu? Because if you subscribe to that, then it would make a lot of sense that this is Oda foreshadowing Emu's form. Emu's Lucifer, fallen angel. This chapter mentions angels, right? This chapter mentions angels. Is Emu a fallen angel? Lucifer? Blackbeard Propaganda says, OMG, no, it was someone who had Robin's fruit, but the world government painted it differently. Then they gave that fruit to Robin. Well, the world government didn't give Robin the fruit, remember? Robin got that fruit from O'Hara. Actually, we don't even know where she got that fruit. It's actually unclear. We assume that Robin got the fruit on O'Hara, but we never saw her eat it. Not the fruit, the label. So you think that her fruit has a different name? It's a fake name. Blackbeard Propagandist. But guys, we're gonna move on to the next person in the voice call, which is Damon Deuce, and then after we chop it up with him for 15 minutes, we're gonna bring in Olympus D Mount. All right, Mr. Damon. Is Mr. Damon Deuce there? To those of you that want to get in the voice call on stream, join my Discord server, enter the voice channel called Backstage, and just wait in there, and I'll pull you in one by one. Yo, Damon Deuce, you there, bro? He might be having mic problems. If you're speaking, bro, we can't hear you. Emu's real name is Mornstar D. Lucy. Hey, you got to break that one down for me. Bearded Motu, welcome back, brother. Hey, yo, Damon Deuce, you there, bro? He might actually be AFK. This man, yo, guys, $10. This man Damon fell asleep to the stream. Hey, guys, $10. This man.
Can you hear me?
Oh, now we hear you. I thought you passed out.
Okay, I had to switch like the little thing from my mic. What's up? What's up?
What's going on, bro? How we feeling about the chapter?
Man, like I just hope everybody like you can see that like Skypea is just a treasure trove.
It's a microcosm to the main plot line, right?
Like it's crazy.
What do you have any kind of theories, any
Like,
kind of
we
thoughts?
see like now how everything. Oh man, I'm cooking now. Like so let's look at that first stanza. Let's unpack that. So on earth there is flame. Mankind overtaken by desire touched upon the forbidden sun. So that's pretty much saying the earth is being engulfed. Like, okay, the earth is scorched the land. People are praying for the sun god to come. And then the earth god is enraged. Together with the serpent of hell flame, they engulf the earth with death and darkness. So let me ask you how you feel about that. Does it seem like the sun god was on the side with the earth god and the serpent, and they all three of them together engulfed the earth in darkness? Or was it like separated?
This is difficult for me to narrow down, man, because it seems to me that at the minimum the sun god appeared to save people, because as you said, it states that the enslaved prayed presumably to the sun god,
Right.
so the sun god appeared, which we know Nika is supposed to be a liberator. So it's hard to say though if the sun god is against the earth deity, and if they are, or if they're a team going against the serpent of the flame, or if all three are working together. Like it's very tricky. I don't know. This is a hard one for me to break down, because it says
kinda
together
ambiguous
with
for
the
right now.
yeah, it's ambiguous. Together with the serpent of hell flame, they engulf the world with death and darkness. See, but my thing is it the sun god not gonna bring death and darkness? Like, the sun god might bring destruction by tearing down evil systems, but by the same token, create liberation. So I'm a little confused as to why I would say together with the serpent of hell flame, they engulf the world with death and darkness. Maybe it's, I don't know, man. It's tricky. Maybe it could be saying that the deity of earth, we'll just say earth god. Would you, let's start there. Do you believe that the deity of earth is earth god? Do you think it's the same thing?
Absolutely.
Okay, so sun god, earth god, and then a serpent of hell flame. That doesn't sound like a rain god. That doesn't sound like a forest god. So there's a sun god and an earth god, but then there's a serpent of hell flame. Like, it seems like a third party. a third party. But then it says together with the third party. So a sun god and an earth god, which is already established. We saw that in Nolan's flashback.
That's why I was
Skypia.
asking, because the way it was worded, it kind of made it sound weird.
Yeah. Yeah, you raise a fair question. See, people are gonna hate me for saying this.
Yeah.
Guys, I apologize in advance. You guys are gonna hate me. But this is exactly why we gotta wait for the chapter and wait for the official translations. You know, Redon's first language isn't English. So when we're reading a riddle, I think how the riddle is worded is very, very important. You know, if his first language is if he's Middle Eastern, right? And you know, therefore, you know, maybe his English is he doesn't have perfect English. He might not word things as precisely as the official translations might do, and that's extremely important when we're trying to decipher a riddle. But one more thing that we have to consider, Damon, is apparently we get to see the depiction of what we're reading. Like when it talks about an earth, there's a flame, mankind overtaken. Like apparently it's describing what we see on the
Right.
mural.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you though, Damon.
Yeah,
When we
that's
think,
definitely going to be cool being able to see it, like as we like read along.
yeah, 100%. Being able to like essentially have Oda explain what we're looking at, kind of like the NL hieroglyphs. I want to ask you, Damon, though, when we think about just the millions of details in this chapter, I got to ask you, Damon, and share it with the chat, bro. What is that one detail, that one sentence in this chapter that sticks out to you the most?
One that sticks out the most. I would probably say the deity of forests dispatch demons.
You know,
So that kind of goes back to like that joke I had said on the Q&A of 1137, like how Buggy, he has the chop fruit, and that could possibly be a god fruit. So like we equate chop, you're chopping like wood in a forest. He employs Crossgill. He's the Crossgill. They're a bunch of demons. So we're seeing like in these stanzas, the war is still going on. Like with all these gods are fighting for dominion over the earth, pretty much. That's what it looks like.
I've always been under the impression that when we talk about a forest god, that would be Green Bull. Now, I know a lot of people don't like that, but the way I always understood it was that the sun god is a pirate, Luffy. The forest god is a marine, Green Bull. The rain god is I don't know, maybe a world government, Emu or something. And the earth god is like someone in the revs, or some people have even said rain god dragon somehow. But you know, I always thought that maybe all four of them right now, they're in four different factions. So one's a pirate, one's a marine, one's a world government, one's a rev. I thought that was interesting. But it's funny how, again, you remind me of Buggy having the chop fruit, you know, chopping down trees. And you got to think Buggy is a very lucky person, right? Buggy is known for failing upwards. Things just, the stars align with him. It's not because Buggy's skillful. It's like he's pure luck. So if he got really lucky and had a god fruit, you know, a forest god fruit, that does fit Buggy, because that had nothing to do with his skill. That has to do with him getting lucky. The stars aligned.
And it seems like just how, like, looking through these stanzas, like the war, like we could see like the war is like still happening. Like, say for instance, that portion where it says on the left side of the mural, where you could see the samurais, lunarians, minks, and everybody. That's pretty much a parallel to uh when Luffy led everybody at Wano, where they went against Kaido, where they led the siege, and where the sun god appeared, correct? So it's like it's happening all over again in certain spots. But now we're finally coming up to the upcoming war now, and it kind of goes back to like we were saying, like everybody's gonna have to choose a side. You're gonna have to choose a side of the government, darkness. You're gonna have to choose a side with either Buggy, Crossgill. You're gonna have to choose a side with Luffy, Sun God, or you're even gonna have to choose a side with the Revs or either Blackbeard. You know, it's like you're gonna have to choose a side, and it seems like those five factions are represented right here as well in the stanzas of the Harley, talking about the sun god, the deity of earth, the deity of the forest, the deity of the sea, and then the hell serpent. Those are five entities right there, including the four gods of the One Piece world. So that's just food for thought for everybody.
You also brought up a great point earlier. You mentioned the Force God dispatching demons. So you can let me know what you think, Damon, of course, as well as everyone in the stream chat. When I read, again, the deity of the Force dispatch demons, how I interpreted it was that the Force God sent out demons, like he deployed them, like he put them out into the world, he dispatched them. But I think it was Eli earlier that dispatched also means defeat or eliminate, which seems to be the opposite of what I thought.
I think that could be loosely interpreted like how okay, let's unpack that. The deity of the forest dispatch demons. Like you're dispatching somebody, you're letting him go, you're letting him loose. That's what you can in my head, like that's what I was thinking about with Crossgill, Buggy, he's letting go the dogs of war. He has these legions of pirates under him, and they're hunting down Marines. He's letting go the dogs of war. They can almost be interpreted of demons. They're grabbing the baddest of pirates, the worst of the worst, to join them, and they act as like rogues, you know, for the organization. They're collecting bounties off marine guys' heads, you know, so that could be loosely interpreted like that as well.
Hmm. I didn't even think of it like that. That's really creative. Tying it to that, capturing them with the bounties. Huh. So much to break down here. So I'll ask you this. We know that earlier in the spoilers, it mentions three creatures
Okay.
somewhere on the painting. It said that there's a mermaid, there is a robot that looks like Emeth,
Right.
and then a creature with strange ears. Do you interpret that as being the ancient weapons?
Possibly. I was I was just thinking like how would Emif fit in and all that? Um because we know okay, we know about Sirahoshi, you know, the princess, and then Pluton. Pluton is the warship, and then the other one, I forgot Uranus, you know, being the flying entity. So I was just wondering, I was thinking about that, but I was just wondering, like, okay, like how would like Emif, like how would he be the ship, you know? So I was just wondering, like, how would that work? But I think maybe it could be like all three of them were like maybe like friends or something, or maybe they were like this was just like all of the like the weapons just being together to build in part like they're a part of the story in portion where we saw the sun god fighting against that demon.
Yeah, maybe as you're saying, maybe it's not necessarily ancient weapons. Maybe it's people that are important to the fight, important to the story. Maybe when it even says that we see drawings from the mural, mermaid princess, robot Emeth, creature with strange ears. Maybe that mermaid princess is Shirahoshi right now. Maybe that robot similar to Emeth, maybe it's something with Frankie. And then I don't know what about the creature with strange ears. Maybe it doesn't have to be the ancient weapons. Maybe it's a prophecy of something that was going to happen. And plus, doesn't it also say in the spoilers that like a part of the mural hasn't actually happened yet?
Could be a prophecy. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, prophecy.
Yeah, and it said like the third part, the part three of that, it hasn't happened just yet. But I mean, it's just pretty much saying like, okay, so we could loosely interpret like how the first and the second time, like how the earth has been destroyed by the gods. Gods themselves have been waging war with one another, and we could see that through the first and the second stanzas. But then it says the third one, the sun god comes back, he returns, and the dawn starts anew. Like he ends the cycle of fighting, and he ushers in the new dawn, so to speak. The sun will return, and to comes a new morning. He's bringing the new dawn. He's gonna put an end to all of this. Pretty much, that's what it's like loosely interpreted. That's what I think.